you can't go anywhere. And that whopping Labradorite. See you in a bit. Good morning, jewellery makers. How are you? So nice to have your company this morning. I wish you'd see everything that we're up to the few moments before we come live. Yeah, basically, there's lots and lots and lots of silliness. We all think here in the studio, I don't know if I should say this. Shall I say it anyway? Don't worry, not about that conversation. I won't go on about that conversation, but about our interlude. The music. The music. I think it's quite, you know, it's quite motivational and kind of, you know, put your lycra on and go for a jog. Maybe not that motivational, because to be honest, you don't see me doing it most mornings. I hope you're well, and I hope you've had a fantastic start to the day. Now, I'm joined by the one, the only, she's fabulous, and she's created some gorgeous pieces of jewellery to talk you through in a designer inspiration. It is, of course, you're Sara Elvin. How are you, darling?
I'm very well, thank you.
I'm loving the dress.
Thank you. Yes.
I'm loving it, and literally in unison, Martha said the same.
Oh, well, there you go.
Martha said exactly the same. Yeah, very, am I allowed to say that designer? Alexandra McQueen. It is.
Wow. It definitely
Check
didn't cost
you
that
out.
much.
And it's a kind of fishtaily as well. It goes in at the waist. Lovely.
Yeah. Skater dress.
Skater
style.
dress.
Yes.
Love a skater dress.
Yes.
Very comfortable.
It skates all the things you don't want people to see.
Yes. I know what you mean. Now, what have we got coming up today with you, Sara?
So we've got the first kit's all about crochet.
Yeah.
And the second kit's all about our smaller beads, our daintier beads.
Oh, now there are, I mean, incredible pieces that you're going to be creating. I mean, one you're kind of modelling.
Yes. Similar.
The same sort of technique, yes. But the next DVD as well, the next designer inspiration rather, there's an amazing piece included in it. So much to bring you, including brand new kyanite. I have got amazing peridot. If you missed out on the blue opal yesterday, not to worry, I have got an opportunity coming your way, and loads of bundles, loads of amazing deals. We'd like to hear from you as well. Send us a text message into the studio. 60777 is the 7, I didn't quite say it then, is the number to send a message to. Start your text with JM Studios. Tell us what you're up to. Tell us something funny. Have you got any snow yet? It's freezing, isn't it? Absolutely freezing. I don't, me and cold, considering I used to ski, I don't like cold weather. Martha's saying it, considering you're from Wales. Yeah, Wales was wet as well. That was wet, cold and wet and rainy. We were talking about sheep the other day, Martha. Yeah, talking about sheep and sheep tipping. It's not like cow tipping. You're not just being, disrespectful to your sheep. It's basically looking after the ewes when they're pregnant, when they fall over. Yeah, basically, I need to have a little cape, a sheep cape, for when I rescue them. Okay, should we get started? Should we get this wonderful morning underway? Now, let's get started with maybe your introduction to wire work or specific mediums within your jewellery making. Now, this contraption, when I first saw it, I wasn't officially working in the Jewellery Maker team at that present moment when it was first launched, and I was like, what on earth is that? What on earth is that? But actually, it's a really, really handy bit of kit. I'm going to show you the DVD first, which is your Wire Rings Edition 2 with the lovely Louise Jacobson. So it teaches you how to make fantastic cluster rings, as you can see pictured on the front. Sole wire rings, where there's no gemstones included. There are 6 projects on here, including adjustable rings, double ring shank, layered rings, bird nest ring, a flower ring, and also the finishing touches itself. And the lovely Carol is on there too. So, I mean, look at that. That's amazing, isn't it? Look at that big statement piece of jewellery. Something that will certainly get you noticed. This fabulous DVD is included in this wonderful bundle, and the wooden clamp. Now, if I can lean on the gorgeous Sara Elvin just briefly to explain this clamp and what it does.
Yeah, so this will hold your, so once you've created the ring shank, as you'll be shown in the DVD, or if you're prong setting, for instance,
yes,
and you want to hold something, what this does is it holds it, but it won't damage that, because you've got the tension. You can say how much tension with the wedge goes onto the actual clamp on the bottom. So you'll see at the bottom there, at the desk side, you've got two pads in there, and that will hold your ring shank for you, all the piece of wire work, whichever you're working on, that will hold that for you. And when you put the wedge in, that's what creates the tension and holds the piece
so
in
literally
there.
Just a bit of tension, push it down,
That's
and yeah,
right.
it's not going anywhere.
That's
it is a great bit of kit, and obviously built to last. Straight away I've got people getting involved. For those of you that are thinking of, I'd like to get into prong setting, but also maybe looking for, sometimes you need that bit of tension to actually create a specific design, whether it be wire twisting or whatever. This is a great tool to assist you with that as well. So perfect for those not that are just getting started with this here at Jewellery Maker, but those that are already readily established as well. You know, our DVDs, you know, the recommended retail price could be so much higher than what we retail them for here at Jewellery Maker. However, £4.95 is our usual price point if you were to purchase them on our website. How about we bring you both the DVD and the clamp for £4.95? That's an amazing deal. I mean, you'd expect the clamp to be, what, double, triple that price tag?
Definitely. I mean, this is a professional tool you're getting here.
Yeah.
This is what's used in the trade. You know, this is
Absolutely.
what professional jewellers use to have that extra pair of hands, to hold that piece of work, to give you that stability and that extra grip, to leave you two hands free to work on the piece of jewellery that you're using.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you there. And I can remember when I was sort of, you know, I used to go up into a jewellery workshop quite frequently, and if you've got the bench clamp, which which attaches to your bench, you can very easily fix this in as well, and then you've got both hands to work with it as well, and that's what certainly the silversmith and goldsmith that I used to sort of work alongside used to do with these clamps. And then, you know, particularly if you're sort of sanding or filing, the prong setting where you do need, you know, both hands and you need to get up close and personal, this is a great way of doing that for attention to detail. Basically, buy one get one free, and I think that's an amazing affordable price tag, £4.95 if you were to pay them individually. So nice to have your company, lovely to be with you, and I think it's one of those tools that we only launched it, when was it? It was quite recently, wasn't it?
Very long. I mean, certainly less than a year.
Yeah,
but I would say 6 months probably.
Yeah, absolutely, because I can remember the first time I saw it, and I think once you've actually got it, Sarah, you think, how have I done without this? How have I actually done without it? It is a tool that you'll probably use over and over and over and over again, not necessarily just for what we've highlighted. Well done, every single one of you. And lovely Louise Jacobson, by the way. I haven't seen her in a while. I know she does a lot of workshops here, lots of workshops. Great way of introducing you to wire work, your wire rings. It's one of, I'd say, I mean, wire work is not my forte, shall we say. Okay. But I keep on trying.
Rings are a great way to get into wire work.
Absolutely.
Because they're small projects, they're quite quick to do.
Yeah.
But also, if anything for whatever reason didn't go right, you're only using a small amount of wire as well. So, you know, it's a really great way to get involved into wire work, to start your wire weaving, to start your wire projects. It's just a lovely way to get into it.
I totally concur with that. And again, that's exactly the point that I was getting at. I'll have a go at wire rings quite frequently and see if I can make it. And to be honest, it tends to be one of the easier pieces of jewellery that you can create. Fabulous. Moving on. Oh, now, these are fantastic. I've never seen them before. I'm just going to grab my tweezers. Now, there are all manner number of things that you could create with these, and I'll welcome Sarah's advice. They are little individual clips. So they do, if you imagine a pair of clip-on earrings, but they do actually secure together though, they're a lot firmer than a clip-on earring. So maybe lapel clips or something like that, brooches. You're getting 20 pieces in total. These are your clip it up clips, and I'm sure many of you will be watching right now and go, I need those. I've got a use for those straight away. Here they are, the little clips. Measure by 18 by 14 millimeters, sorry, and they're silver coloured. Look at those. Have you seen these before, Sarah?
I have. I think we got these to use mainly as clips for putting items onto shoes, but they really do come into their own if you want to attach a piece of jewellery perhaps to either side, or have something detachable, or maybe across the back of an open dress.
Yes.
So you want to have a chain
That would be lovely, yeah. So it's actually clipping onto your clothing itself.
Yes, or if you want to maybe make detachable straps, maybe you've got a Bordeaux style maxi dress that you don't feel quite secure in, perhaps, and you maybe want that little bit of extra security by putting a strap on there.
Yeah.
But you want to make it out of something that you don't necessarily want to put through the laundry, so you can remove it.
Yes, that's a really top tip. You know, if you do something with embroidery or something like that, then yeah, you don't really want to put it in the machine. So that's them actually opened up, and you can see those little teeth. Those two little teeth make them absolutely secure. Fantastic. I mean, they're very secure as well. They're not like a clip. I know I describe them as a clip-on earring, but they're not. You know, they're a lot stronger those than a clip-on earring. Nice and streamlined. So there we go. Did that live. Hopefully you saw that mechanism and how it actually secures. 10 of them in total. Yeah, great for brooches. You could use this for brooches, hair clips, fascinators, something decorative. Sorry, 20 pieces. I beg your pardon. It says 10 on the graphics. Oh, you're getting 2 of. Sorry. So you're getting 20 in total. Maybe something you attach to your cap, your hat, for tie clips.
We had some lace on the Late Show the other day, and I was talking about things like creating modesty panels, which is, you know, if maybe you don't like an open back to cover up your undergarments. Yes. You can put these panels in there with these clips and then remove again.
Similarly with the front, if you want to, like, so modesty panels are sold in a lot of big retailers.
And they can, again, you know, like, you know, sort of lingerie and things can be quite expensive.
They can,
you know, just for that one item. And if you can make your own
fabric, really, isn't it?
Many different colours, you can change a top. So if you even if not for modesty, if you want to just change the look of a top by adding maybe a piece of lace to a shoulder with these as well.
Oh, I like that idea. Yeah. You know, kind of like, you know, I'm imagining sort of pips and stripes on the shoulders or something like that of a jacket. Amazing. So you are getting 20. Well done. Now, early bird deals coming your way. Really feel the quality. Very versatile. So there's going to be lots and lots and lots of uses for these. They're coming your way at 25 pence each. £4.95. £4.95. That's 25p. And so easy to secure, as you can see. You can use a jump ring, you could use beading thread, you could stitch this onto something.
That's right, you could use a bit of wire, you know, lots of different ways to be able to attach all sorts of different mediums to these as well. So if you want to attach lace, you want to attach ribbons, you want to attach some of the zari ribbons that we've had, the wider ones.
That's a really good point. It's a great way of actually using the zari thread and the ribbons that we actually have here, because I know at some times, and it's certainly conversations I've had with a couple of journalists, well, I never know how to finish it off as in a clasp. This is a great way of doing that, because you have got something you can effectively sew on. But if you wanted to, you could effectively sew this on. Very, very, very easy. And again, let me just open it up. And I do need 2 fingers, just because, like I said, there is restriction there. There is actually quite a lot of restrictions, so that you know, the security, they are made to last. And again, you've got those little teeth, which is going to grip. It's going to grip perfectly. I think it's just endless what you could do with these. Bag charms, you could clip them on there for your hat, for your lapels, for your ties. Even things Martha's saying like bookmarks. Yeah, that's a good idea. Clip it onto your page. It's a great idea.
That's it. And you know, you could you know, if you're a crafter, you could be sending these through, you know, you could make it like a bookmark or a keepsake, and you could actually clip it onto a greetings card if you make your own greetings cards. So that's actually nice and secure.
Really lovely idea. I totally agree. Maybe even, and I'm just thinking about this, sort of your spec glasses, just because sometimes, you know, the ones which loop over your head, as an alternative to those, you could kind of clip them to the front.
Yes, definitely.
Clip them to the front, you know, rather than having them over the back of the head. Maybe you've got lots of hair or something like that you don't like having that cord. So just clipping them at the front means that you've got that extra security. I don't know. I'm sure you are as inspired as we are. It's just endless what you could do with these, and you've got 20 in total. And again, decorative features for fronts of shoes or something like that, which cost fortunes.
They do, especially if, you know, if they're for bridesmaids. Maybe they've got a pair of shoes that you just want to tie in, perhaps with a colour tone. Maybe they've got a pair of neutral coloured shoes that you just want to tie in. Perfect to make little bows or something to go on the shoes.
Great way of doing making some bridal shoes as well, if you think about it. Buying a nice pair of white shoes or something like that, but then adding your own embellishments, which would be lovely, wouldn't it? Moving on to, right, I think this is a great idea. We harp on about stretchy bracelets all the time. Myself, absolutely. I'm probably one of the guiltiest culprits for this. Just because, like I said, I am a basic jewellery maker, shall we say. But sometimes I don't think you need to overcomplicate things, do you? I think sometimes life is best simple. This next bundle is all about the stretchies, and it is absolutely perfect for anybody that's thinking, yeah, stretchy bracelet. The quality of these shell pearls, they're a lovely dusky pink, huge in size, 12mm, perfectly uniformed, no carat weight because obviously these are an organic gem, which means they're formed from a living organism. Yes, I know they're reconstituted. That doesn't mean that they're not a gemstone. What is reconstituted? Basically, you have your shell, it's ground down into a fine powder, and then they're reformed into these perfectly spherical pearls. Certainly desirable, certainly recognised as a gemstone, and what it actually means is you will get that perfect aspirational shape and size that a culture pearl would love to be. Just a gorgeous, delicate, dusky pink colour. And we're thinking that this would be amazing as a stretchy bracelet. So we've done the bundle for you. Clear elastic, 12mm plain rounds of your shell pearl. This is nice and strong, as you can see. It is a brand itself, Beadalon. You get 25 meters in total, so it's going to go long. You're going to be making a lot of stretchy bracelets out of this, and it's made to last. It even shows you on the back, if I turn that round, how to knot your elastic in the strongest way. Lots and lots of tips. We talk about stretchy bracelets probably every single show. And there is a reason for that. It's a piece of jewellery which is so easy to create, and especially for those of you that are thinking, I could do that, I could start my jewellery making journey. And also, they're one of the biggest sellers. I buy stretchy bracelets when I can make them myself. I made my Tom stretchy bracelets.
Stretchy bracelets are, you know, the mainstay of a jewellery stall. If you go and look, you know, if you do your research of other people selling jewellery as well, and you know, don't think it's not, you know, your high-end brands that do them as well, because if you go out and look at your department stores, you'll see stretchy bracelets there as well.
And a layered up look. I mean, you can.
It looks amazing.
Yeah, it looks lovely. If you get a variation of gemstones, sort of layering them up, and you can mix and match and tailor them to your outfit, and they're a very comfortable piece of jewellery. You haven't got to worry about clasps or anything like that. They just slip over the hand and you're good to go. And a great giftable opportunity, because who wouldn't love a pearl bracelet? And you've invested, well, certainly an inexpensive price tag and relatively no time in actually commissioning the piece of jewellery itself. Love it. I absolutely love it. Do you know what? I maybe need to get my eyes tested again, because I looked at this at the graphics just here. I assure you, perhaps you saw it the same as me, and I was like, stretchies, hairy violet shell pearls. I assure you they're not hairy. I assure you they're not. Beautiful, spherical, lustrous, wonderful violet, dusky. I want to say dusky pink because they are quite a dusky pink. They'd look amazing with your necklace.
They would, yes, they would tone in beautifully with that.
£9.95.
Wow.
Can I hold this up to the neckline as well? Because there's nothing stopping you making a stretchy neckline piece if you wanted to. Nothing stopping you.
No.
Slip it over the top of the head like you would a jumper. How lovely. Sorry about the scratches, it's because Brutus likes to sleep there. Brutus, by the way, is my puppy. Just in case you're wondering. Yeah, sorry about the little scratches on the necklines because that's where the puppy sleeps. But look how lovely and exquisite and high-end and elegant this is.
That's it. It just changes the way you feel when you put a neckline piece on that or a bracelet. It just makes you feel like you've finished your outfit, finished, you know, getting dressed for the day.
And it's timeless. A pearl necklace, excuse me, whether they be shell pearls, culture pearls, baroque pearls, Keshi pearls, they are ageless, aren't they?
They are.
It's going to suit all different generations without shadow of a doubt, and particularly in this pink.
That's it. And these are just so wearable and so, you know, forgiving as well. You know, no matter what age you are, they're going to look great against your skin, whether you're tanned, whether you're English rose, they're going to look amazing.
Oh yeah, lovely as sort of an English rose. I think that would be absolutely incredible, wouldn't it? Now, not going fast enough. We're busy this morning, we are, but we want to bring you as many possible deals as we can in our time frame. Postage and packaging back in your pocket, £6.95 for 12mm shell pearls. I mean, you could, if you multi-bought on this right now, yes, you'll be getting double the elastic. You can create, well, probably 2 stretchy bracelets at least.
Oh, yes.
At least with this one bundle. If you multi-bought, then you can commission a matching neckline piece, which would just be amazing. Very mother of the bride.
Oh, definitely. And this elastic is a thicker gauge than we get normally.
Right.
So it's got that extra strength for you. So again, when you're using it possibly with your bigger, larger beads, like these ones are, that's large diameter, they're just going to give you that extra security and extra strength. So it's got that real great dimension to it.
I was going to say, I've just literally unravelled a little bit of this, and you can actually see the density, the thickness of it. But yes, it will still go through your pearls.
Oh, definitely.
So added sense of strength there. Would you recommend doubling up your elastic?
This one, no, because it's got that extra strength in it.
Okay.
So this one's going to take your heavier beads, your larger style beads.
So it's going to go a lot longer. It's going to go further.
Definitely. And if you have any problems getting the elastic through any of your beads, if you take a little piece of your beading thread, just double it over, whoops, like that, and cut it, and put the 2 open ends through your bead, and then pull that through, put your elastic through there.
Use it like a needle.
And use it as a needle, it'll go straight through.
Top tip, well done, well done, well done. Now, it is time for your first designer inspiration. This is Catch a Falling Star. Every single person in the gallery just went, There's 2 of them, but they both did it. They both went, It is lovely, the name of this kit, What's the song? What's the song? Catch a Falling Star. Put it in your pocket. That one.
I can't remember.
Who sang that? Text in if you can remember. Who sang Catch a Falling Star and Put It in Your Pocket? Was that a nursery rhyme?
I think it was, yes. It's something like, it's one of your childhood sort of songs.
It is, isn't it? And this is quite whimsical. It is quite, it kind of does remind you of sort of your childhood days. I'm going to start with the gemstones because we are talking about the stars themselves. Now, who was it? Perry Como. None the wiser. Who the hell is Perry Como? I'm sure he's a lovely person. Never heard of him. 1957. Okay. It's a bit before my time. Just a little bit. Anyway, we're going to start with the stunning hematite that you get within this gorgeous bundle. And there are oodles of beautifully faceted gemstone stars. From your hematite, so a lovely lustrous gemstone. It's a 360 strand. They lay wonderfully, perfect for your wish bracelets, incredible for your earrings, amazing for your stretchy bracelets that you just saw, and incredible for your crochet, which we will be showing you throughout the course of Sarah's designer inspiration. They're fabulous, and that gorgeous golden colour.
They're lovely, aren't they? They're really warm and rich.
Yeah, it is a rich gold. There's 80 carats that you have got here on this strand, and a very wearable size as well. Nice and flat, they lay beautifully against the skin. You can nestle them against one another, or alternatively just single them out, because they really do hold their own in their own individuality. Not just stopping though with those stars, we're going to add some more, shall we? How about some gorgeous electric blues? Exactly the same size, and again both flat exterior on both sizes. These are a lovely electric intense blue, which I think is absolutely fabulous. 34 centimetre strands, just so you know, so they're going to go a long way. And in terms of their measurements, they are 7 millimetres, so very geometric. I mean, it's so difficult to facet a gemstone, but then when you start thinking about measurements and specifications like this, making sure they're all uniformed, the time that is invested into being able to bring you just one of these strands, absolutely incredible. Where do we go from here? You've got your gorgeous stars. Let's bring in some stunning Eslon, which you love to use, Sarah, I know that, but especially with your crochet.
It's a lovely medium for crochet, so if you've learnt to crochet with yarn or wool, this is a perfect step over into jewellery making. It's a really lovely texture to it.
Very luxurious thread as well. It's certainly sought after by jewellery makers up and down the world and all around, up and down the UK and all around the world. There's 70 metres on each of those, and they are 0.4 millimetre. 0.4 millimetre, so a lovely coppery gold, and that a beautiful sort of intense midnight blue, which is absolutely stunning. But we're still not done. More threading material coming your way, and there's nothing stopping you actually crocheting with this as well, which you will see in Sarah's designs. We have got one of our threading packs, which includes your monofilament, your clear elastic, and your beading thread. But look at the colours of the beading thread. It's that beautiful gold, which works so wonderfully with these colours of gemstones. It's a very rich gold as well, isn't it?
It is. It's lovely, and the beading thread, our beading thread, is such great quality.
Yeah.
I have unfortunately had in the past used different beading thread that hasn't got that beautiful finish, and it's just beautiful stuff to work with.
Yeah, it's very reflective, it's very lustrous, and you can understand why a lot of designers do actually choose to use the beading thread as a main feature, because it's a thing of beauty. It's not just function, it is also beautiful. Yes. And again, it's tying in all of those colours. You know, it would, in my opinion, it would have looked a little bit peculiar if you'd have had the silver beading thread with this kit. It had to be the gold, didn't it?
It did.
Really enhanced that richness. Again, we're still not done. I'm going to have to pop those down for a second, just because there's so much squeezed onto this desk today. I can't quite get to everything. Let me just bear with me. All of these findings. 118 in total. 118 findings in a classic gold. It simply had to be. I mean, the length of chain, the beauty of your decorative spacers, your extenders. You've got your head pins here, which are lovely teardrops. I hadn't seen these before.
No, I hadn't seen those. I think we've had them maybe once or twice in kits, but not for such a long time.
They're lovely, aren't they? I've not seen those before.
They're so different.
They make lovely little petals, or...
I think I've seen these used as little feathers in polymer clay, if you want to
That's a
make
really
it out,
nice idea.
or something like that out of polymer clay, and use them as the feathers. Or eyes, even.
Yeah, they would be that sort of cat's eye shape, wouldn't it? Amazing, I love those. Yeah, I've seen them in sort of triangles before, or even hearts. This is, you know, more of a traditional shape in jewellery making, but absolutely stunning, and certainly a versatile shape as well. The length of chain, the featherweight head pins that you get here, your round head pins that you also get, your crimp covers, your crimps, your jump rings, your 3 toggle clasps, your shepherd hooks, and also your decorative earring findings. We should be bringing this kit to you at £37.20. And that will be the price if you were to buy every single item off the website individually. This morning, not £37, £24.95. That's a big, big, big saving. Everything that we have just covered within this kit, you will be getting home. It's so easy to get involved, and our kits are designed to give you all the components that you need to create a fantastic suite of jewellery, pieces of jewellery, not just one. So you need not look any further. Maybe just add a couple of tools if you, should you wish, but you could probably even create pairs of earrings and some simple designs without that, like we were just talking about, stretchy bracelets. So that's the whole concept of our kits. It is great for new beginners, but also existing jewellery makers. You know that the savings you get with our kits is absolutely incredible, and demonstrated there on your screens. I'm hoping we've got enough quantity, because stars and hearts do tend to be our most favoured cut and shape of gemstones, and I can understand that, because again, you can use them just singly, and just that added splash, that wonderful detail.
So because of the shape of them, they really stand out, they really hold their own, so you need very few of them in a design, and they just look amazing. They
really do, and look lovely next to the S-lon, amazing next to the beading thread. And look at this, where the stars are solely the focus.
That's it, and the S-lon just works beautifully for a neckline piece, so if you've used the chain in other designs, you've still got plenty to make other neckline pieces with your S-lon as well.
Yeah, absolutely love it. Now the neckline piece that you are actually wearing, I would imagine when you got this kit straight away you were thinking, I've got to make something like this, because you said the necklace you've had for a while.
I've had it for a while, and it's one that when I wear it, people are drawn to it, because it's got a lot of texture to it, but actually when you take it off, it's actually so light.
Yeah. And
that's part of the reason I made this originally, is I'd hurt my neck and I couldn't wear anything particularly heavy.
Yeah.
So I made this because I wanted some jewellery that I could wear that wasn't heavy at all.
Yeah, and I think particularly this time of year, come over and join you, my lovely. Particularly this time of year when you're wearing sort of maybe big cardigans or thick knits, I certainly do, because I hate being cold, then you want your jewellery to still hold its own. You don't want it to get lost.
That's right, yes.
And this, because it's a statement collar, most definitely will do that. Just beautiful. And look at this. It's my favourite, and Martha and I were drawn straight to this first thing this morning. And Sarah, you were like, yes, I can demo that for you. We were rather selfishly saying, please can you show this? Because we both love it, absolutely love it. But every single one of these pieces I would absolutely wear. Again, this is like creating sort of a stacker style bracelet.
That's right, and that's very, very simple again. And when I've shown you the neckline piece, you'll be able to create that as well, because it's the same techniques as we're going to use in the neckline piece, just using a smaller crochet hook. So.
Now, crochet hooks widely available. We do usually sell them here. Keep an eye on the website. Yeah, they are and I would recommend our own crochet hooks because you get so many. So, once you've got one technique of crochet, is that all you need to know?
There are a few stitches when it comes to crochet, but they're all fairly similar. And then you build them up on top of each other. So, we're going to just learn a couple of the basic ones today, but they are lots and lots of tutorials, whether you learn from visual medium such as reading, or whether you like it being shown in a video format. There are lots of tutorials out there for the basic stitches, so I'm going to go through some of them today, but if you get a bug, there are lots of other ones as well, and I'm sure as time goes on we're going to demonstrate some more of the intricate ones as well.
I think it would be harder to name guest designers that don't crochet than guest designers that do. So most people do actually get the bug.
Yes, and a lot of people will have learnt, sat on their grandma's knee, how to do a granny square or to learn those basic stitches.
Yeah.
Because, and that's how it passes down the generations. But if you haven't been fortunate enough to learn, I'm going to show you today.
There we go. Fabulous, fabulous. I'm excited.
Okay, so I'm using the Jewellery Maker crochet hooks, so if you can get these, they're brilliant because they go right through all the sizes and they come in the beautiful case, so you'll never lose them.
Currently not in stock, unfortunately, but do keep an eye on the Jewellery Maker
Yeah.
website, and they do come back in stock quite quickly.
Yes.
But when they come in, go. So they sell out straight away because you're getting so many of them as well, and they are very beautiful quality.
Yeah, and a great value for money. I mean, that one hook can cost you, and then you've got to get it posted to you as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So using our beading thread.
Yes, using the beading thread. I'm leaving it on the reel. I have got some beads already threaded on here, but actually I'm going to show you for the second part of the demonstration. So I'm just going to leave it on my reel, and I'm going to catch it off on the little hook on there as well, because I don't want it sort of spinning it out of control. And then what I'm going to do is I'm using the largest hook that comes in the Jewellery Maker set, which is a 6.5mm. If you've got a hook already at home that happens to be a 7 or an 8 or a 6, don't worry, you can use that. It's absolutely not a problem at all. Okay, so the first thing you need to learn how to do with crochet, and this is the start of pretty much most projects when you crochet, is to create what's called a slip stitch or a slip knot. And to do that, take your thread and create a loop so that the beading thread, the tail of the beading thread, is coming on top of the one that's on the reel, and then take it underneath and pull that loop through with your finger. There we go. So you can see that little knot there, and that will move up and down the thread. We're going to pop our hook into the end there and pull the tail, and that will tighten up my beading thread onto my hook. So that's the first thing we need to do.
Okay.
And the only reason we do that is it's because it's a movable knot. You can close it up to your hook. So that's all the really reason we do that. Now the important thing with crochet is tension. And it's not so important with this one, because if your stitches end up being slightly different sizes, that's not a problem at all. But to do the tension, what I do is I take my thread and I take it through my little finger and then up and over my hand like that. And then I've got this finger allows me to move that thread and the tension. So I actually use that to sort of pull the tension out. Okay. So now I've got my first loop on my hook. Now the way I learned to crochet is that you take your hook underneath the thread. You see I'm taking that underneath there, and then I'm twisting my hook and pulling it back towards me, and that will catch the thread. So it's about this twisting motion. As you go under, you've got your hook so it's not catching anything, and then you twist it up so it catches.
Yep.
Okay, and then you pull that through the loop that's on your hook, and you create a first little loop. Okay. So then we're going to repeat that. So I'm going to go underneath the thread and pull through. And this is called chain. And the reason it's called chain is it looks like a chain.
Chain.
Chain, yes.
Chain.
Chain.
Okay.
Northern accent's coming out, sorry. Chain. And we're just going to carry on pulling through the thread.
I love how it progresses so quickly.
So that's how we do the chain. And I'm just going to literally get some more thread off. I'm going to leave that there. So again, every time you take your hands off, retension, going through the little finger and over the top of the hand, or whichever way you learned to tension your thread if you're already a crocheter. And what I'm going to do to create one, what I did on mine is I created lots of chain like this to create the base. And on mine, I think the chains are about 60 stitches long for the neckline piece.
Yeah, that would make sense. I suppose the bigger links, the bigger
Yes.
crochet as well. Sorry to stop mid-sentence. Is that happening? Sorry, everybody. I'm just literally hearing in my in my ear right now. For 11 months, we haven't seen this.
Wow.
Was it me, the last person, to do it? And I wasn't even working for Jewellery Maker at the time. Okay, back in stock, we have got the Jewellery Maker portfolio. Wow. It hasn't been. Literally, this has been put into the studio. Thankfully, we had one here in the studio, and this has just been. This has just been put before me. It hasn't been on air for almost a year. There's the details. We've got this back in stock.
Amazing. I love these.
They're fabulous, aren't they?
They are.
I do feel like you need to...
You need to swish.
Sorry to interrupt you. I didn't realise these... it was kind of 50-50. Martha was like, ooh, I can hear lots of oohing and ahhing going on. Conversations going on in the background. It's like, What's going on? What's going on? This measures 30 by 23, so it's quite big. We'll go back to your demo, I promise that. So it is one of the big portfolios. As you can see, it extends right out. You've got that flexibility to it. Show you all the way around. You've got a rather large pocket in the front. Love the fact that you have got the JM branding. The fact that we've got the stripes inside, I do think, you know, that's attention to detail. With the portfolio bag as well, it zips all the way around. Yours will be a brand new sample. This has been in our studio for months, so yours will be very crisp, obviously. That is how hot off the press this is. We had to. I was handed it literally just booked into the warehouse very late last night. So we didn't know. I didn't even know it was going to be included. So exciting. Multi-buyers straight away. I'm not surprised. You've got a zip compartment here. Then you've got various different compartments here. What was that? Claire McDonald was using hers last night. Have you got one of these as well, Sarah?
No, I didn't manage to get them the last time they were in. They came in so quickly and went out. I didn't manage to get one.
Well, listen, plenty of stock, so you should be able to get it. You should be, and we're keeping the original introductory price of £14.95. Please grab it now, though. I mean, the fact that we've waited almost a year. Sorry, a year. This is my Welsh accent coming out then. A year to be able to restock this. It is easily one of our most sought after bags that we bring you here at Jewellery Maker. It always flies. Martha was like, you were the last person to actually bring this on air back at almost a year ago. And I wasn't even working for Jewellery Maker. Gosh, I was lucky, wasn't I? I love these. The handle comes off if you wanted to, so you have got the little shorter handle here. Very comfortable to wear. You've got the adjustable strap as well, so you can lengthen it or shorten it. If you're watching right now and you've got one of these, send us a text message in, just because this is so spontaneous, as in we did not, so hot off the press, we didn't even know it was going to be included in this morning's show. We will get back to the demonstration, but can you send a text message in if you've already got one of these, or maybe you've got multiples of these? I know lots of our guest designers do. Loads of you there. Grab it whilst you can. A year we've been waiting.
These are great project bags if you're on the move, if you've got a project half finished and you want to put it away somewhere safe. You've got somewhere brilliant to put all the components in as well.
Absolutely. And again, adjustable, so you can, for ease of carrying, very comfortable strap as well. Fabulous. Well done, well done, well done, well done. Right, sorry to interrupt you, my lovely, but
that's terribly important.
That was Martha saying, blame me, blame me. No. I mean, I think you're all really glad about that, because it has been like almost a year to actually since we've brought it to you. Teresa, hello. Thank you for texting in. I have two of these. Chock-a-block with my extra special precious strands. They are brilliant. They are, aren't they? They are. So I'm really excited that I got to bring it to you again. Fantastic. Booked in last night. Sorry, my lovely.
No.
Sorry.
Don't worry. It's really important that people get things when they've not been in for so long.
No, exactly.
I'd be chomping at the bit if I was at home. I'll get home and I'll get mine.
You'll be all right to get yours as well.
Yeah. So when you get your chain as long as you want it to be, this is a plain chain, we're going to need to finish it off. And to do that, what you do is the last loop that's on your hook, you pull through some of your thread, so you create it with this larger loop. Then you cut your thread, and this is the same whether you're using yarn or beading thread, and you pull that loop through, and I do an extra little loop and pull through, just to finish that off. And that, because we've got a slip knot at both ends now, or not at both ends, that won't go anywhere, that's not going to come undone. So we're going to make, for that neckline piece that's there, I made 4 chains that were long enough for the neckline piece, so a little bit longer because we're going to braid them together. Lovely. So I made them about 20 inches long, I think, something 18 to 20 inches, but these do stretch as well, so they will stretch a little bit because they're beading thread.
It's so beautifully tactile, this as well, isn't it?
It is, it's lovely. So I'm just going to show you how to add the beads into your chain, and it's very, 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 very simple. So we're going to create the slip knot again. So go on my hook.
I keep thinking of rock bands when you say that.
Oh,
heavy metal rock bands.
Yes. And then I'm going to create the tension with my little finger. And then I'm just going to do, how I did these was I created 10 for the neckline piece that didn't empty chains. For this little demo, I'm just going to do 5 because I'm only making a bracelet size piece. So I've just created the chains in exactly the same way, but they're empty. Then to add the beads, now I'm using some seed beads as from my stash as well, just for that extra little bit of je ne sais quoi.
You can easily use the crimp covers as an alternative.
You could. All you do is drop the beads down, put your hook through, so ignore them there, just let them drop straight down, just ignore them and pull through as if you were doing a normal chain. Drop a bead down, and this is where your creativity can come in. For the neckline piece, what I did was I did one that had a chain, a gap, sorry, a chain with a bead, a gap, a chain with a bead, until I got all the way around until I needed to do another 10 empty ones for the other end. And I carried on doing that until I had the whole one of those. And then another one, I did a beaded chain, 2 empty chains, a beaded chain, 2 empty chains. So you just create some texture in there. So I'm just going to do a couple more beads just to show you, and then I'll show you how to put it all together. So again, there's a star coming down, hook under, pull through your loop, and it might be a little bit more tricky if you've got the bead on there, and if that is, just go back and loosen your tension and then pop through, and you'll see that the star is captured. Whoops, I'll pull my hook out so you can see. That star is captured in there.
Lovely.
And then you do exactly the same, you just carry on until you've got all your beads in. And I've got some I prepared earlier.
Okay, fantastic, like a pro.
Yes. So what I've got here is I've got quite a few sets of empty chains. Now it looks completely chaotic at this point, and you might think, oh my goodness, it's never going to come together. Please bear with it because it's beading thread, it's a bit springy.
Right.
If you did this with the Eslon, it would be a lot less springy.
Yes, like the bracelet that you've seen there.
It would be a lot softer. So it looks chaotic. So I've got...
I like a bit of chaos.
Yeah, so I've got 2, 3, 4... I've got 5 here that haven't got any beads on and 2 that have. But you can do whatever you want. And all I've done is I've taken them all the tails, and put them through a crimp bead. So I've got 7 tails of my thread through a crimp bead there, which I'm just going to flatten.
Yeah.
Okay, and if you find it difficult, put the crimp bead on and then just pull each thread through in turn, and until you've got them all tightly up to the end. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use a couple of my T-pins, but these could be household pins, just to attach it to my macrame board, or if you've got a clipboard, you could do that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to set this into little groups. So I've got a group of 3, 2 without beads, 1 with, a group of 2 without beads, and then a group of 2 with 1 with beads and 1 without. And all I'm going to do, and this is how I did the neckline, is do a 3-strand braid. But what I'm doing is I'm keeping my braid flat. So that's going to create that flat neckline piece. So as I'm turning these, I'm paying attention to keeping the braid flat, because it's easy for it to want to go round. But if that's the look you're looking for, then just do a normal braid.
Yeah, I don't think there's no right or wrong, is there, essentially?
No, I mean, the one I'm wearing is a little bit more rounded than the one that's I've done here, which is a flatter version. So whatever you're looking for is absolutely fine. Okay, so I'm just going to finish off. And
again, if you'd have created maybe 7 of those crochet strands, 12 even, 20 of them, you know, it's just more to braid, essentially.
That's it, basically. And what you're looking for is for them to all be roughly the same length. But when I've got to the bottom here, if I just pull that up, you can see that I've got a few loops that haven't braided in. And all I did with mine was I just carried on braiding until all the loops had got caught. So I've got to the bottom now and all my loops are braided, and that would make a nice bracelet style piece, and you can see that all the beads will just do their own thing.
Lovely.
What I would do at the bottom here is just add on another crimp bead, and I use the ribbon clasp ends
which come in the findings pack.
And I'm just going to show you on the top here very quickly if you're new to jewellery making. I've got a crimp bead on here, and I've got lots of the beading thread. But the crimp bead is going to give me the key for this to hold on to, because it's got that extra bit of sturdiness. And if you want to, you could add another crimp bead to give you an extra little piece to hold on to. But this is the key for these to actually hang on to. And you can put a little bit of your jewellery making glue in here as well.
Jan in Worcestershire is asking, can you use zari thread for this technique?
You can indeed, yes.
There we go,
definitely.
Jan. Thank you for your text. Yes, no problem, you can. In fact, I can't think of a thread you can't use for it, actually.
No, you can crochet with monofilament, you can crochet with your beading thread, Eslon, your zari thread, yarn, whatever you've got. Whatever you've got, you can do this technique with.
So thank you for that question, Jan.
So I've got my little crimp bead in there, and I've got it flat against the back of my ribbon clasp, because that's what I want the ribbon clasp to hold on to. I'm going to use my flat pliers. I'm going to come in and I'm going to flatten one side down, like so, all the way along. And then I'm just going to rock the other side over with my flat pliers.
Very secure, these clasps, and like I say, they're called ribbon ends, but you can use them for...
Yeah, that's going nowhere now.
You know, they are very, very, very secure.
Because the crimp...
Sort of act the same way as a crimp bead, don't they?
They do. The crimp bead's giving me the key to hold everything together, so I'm not having to worry. And it's also giving me an extra bit of hold for the ribbon clasp to hold on to. But again, I will pop a little tiny drop of my jewellery glue in there as well, just before I close it.
Safe.
And that is how that neckline piece was made.
Amazing! Fabulous! Thank you so much.
You're very,
Sarah.
very welcome.
We'll be back with Sarah at 10 o'clock.
Yes.
10 o'clock, so more designer inspiration. But just for those of you that have maybe just stepped in, maybe you've done the school run, or you had to pop out, hot off the press, back in stock. It's been almost 12 months. Natalie and Surrey, fab little bag, lots of storage pockets. We are talking about the tote bag. This has, last time it was on your screens was back in February last year. So many of you are enjoying these at the moment, and it has taken us, like I said, that length of time to be able to bring it back in stock. Sarah, you missed out on the chance, didn't you?
I did.
And it arrived this morning, early hours of this morning.
I'm not going to miss out again.
No, no. They are fantastic for all different projects. Yeah. For those of you that do move around quite a lot, we launched it in 2013, in actual fact, at £14.95. You know, no inflation of the cost here at Jewellery Maker. Sorry it's taken so long. However, it's worth the wait. You know, back in stock, very, very, very desired. £14.95 only. Congratulations that those of you that have already got hold of it. Lou in Manchester, hello to you. It's amazing. Can't do without mine. Absolutely. And you know, I'm a big advocate of the JM branding. I think out of all the branding, we've got some of the most snazzy. Snazzy is a good word, isn't it?
It is, but it's so colourful and it's so...
cheerful.
It's fun and vibrant and lively.
Recognisable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we need to bring back the word snazzy, because this is snazzy. Thank you, my darling.
You're welcome.
I'm going to go this way because we have got, beautiful lilacs coming your way. A wonderful bundle to bring you, just exquisite shapes. Two-strand amethyst collection, but I love the fact these are your sort of Rose de France-esque hues, so soft and delicate. Not only does it sound one of the most poetic, it even looks beautifully poetic, and the shapes. So your perfect lavenders, these are both natural, not treated in any way, shape or form. I love the fact that you have got that banding internally. Some of them are making very dramatic shapes. I mean, I've almost got chevrons, the look of chevrons within some of these beautiful amethysts. So bi-coloured examples as well. Absolutely stunning. Lilac, purple, a colour which we've always, you know, the majority of people do absolutely love. It's a very, very, very popular colour, and probably way up there with your blues and pinks even in terms of its popularity. 2016, it is going to be about those pastel hues, so I do think your Rose de France, all of the gemstones which have that similar palette, the prices are going to skyrocket. That's usual when it comes to yeah, Pantone colours, fashion, trends, etc. Martha is saying, last night you had what? You had opal. Purple opal. Same sort of colours. If you were with was that you, Martha? Oh, Ali was presenting last night, wasn't she? So if you were with Ali last night and you managed to get hold of that shaded purple opal, Get this, it look amazing. I wasn't able to tune in last night, but yeah, fantastic. Perfect lavenders, and it is a beautiful lavender tone. 2 strands, $9.95. $9.95 for natural amethyst, but I love the fact that it is the more delicate hue of amethyst, often mistaken actually for kunzites, and you can understand the similarities. Highly pleochroic. The fact that there are different shades and tones means that you are going to tick a lot of boxes in terms of coverage. Yes, you've got that very intense sort of Zambian amethyst-esque blues. You've got the bi-coloured examples in there, sort of examples where the gemstone is actually split in beautiful clarity in many cases, and then intense purples. You've got those chevrons. I keep getting drawn to this one here just because it has kind of got a chevron of amethyst. Wonderful pale delicate pinks here, and then secondary hues of pinks and blues also. Well done. 40 carats in the rounds. And what's the size of the actual pear drops? 10 by 8, and there's 80 carats. Well done, well done, well done. Fabulous. Moving on to, because I can squeeze in some sterling silver. Squeeze in some sterling silver. These would be fantastic for well, to be honest, fantastic for everybody that does jewellery making. Don't think sterling silver, okay, I'm new to jewellery making. That's not quite my level as of yet. This is one of the easiest pieces of jewellery that you could commission. You're getting 4 pairs, various different sizes. So you've got, I'm looking round, 4-prong settings, ovals you've got here as well. All you need to do is acquire your loose gemstones, or you can use it for your resin or for your polymer clay. You can use it to attach gemstones too, sort of with your wire work. Very, very, very universal finding, and straight away a highly luxurious one. You can see how substantial the sterling silver, I'm just holding one of those up. You can see how substantial the sterling silver is. You can also see, if I just adjust my tweezers ever so slightly, just how so sizable the butterfly is. And you have got that sort of dip, you know when sometimes you put on your shepherd hook earring, your shepherd hooks, your butterfly earrings, and you don't have that restriction, that click. Do you know what I mean? You do need that click there for added security. We're going to have to bring that price in for you. Should be £23.80. All the way down. I'm literally just displaying these all on the back of my hand so you can see all the different shapes and sizes. $14.95. That's a lot of sterling silver for that price tag. And in total, 4 pairs. If you want to go on to Gem Collector, all the W's at gemcollector.com, loads of cut gemstones on there that you can source. And we were talking about prong setting. We also have workshops here with the lovely Fleur, is it? That does, oh sorry, Alison Tarry, I beg your pardon, who does those. But it's very easy. If you've got that tool that we first started with, that would be fantastic for this. Sarah, what would you do with these? Because again, it's not just the calibrated gemstones that you can use.
No, I mean, you know, if you're into your resin work, you might want to make a resin piece. If you've got a mould that will fit those, and maybe make a piece of resin that will go into them. You could use your polymer clay in them as well. So you can do so many different things with them. You can wire your gemstones onto them, but they're just so versatile as well. I think maybe if you've got the undrilled pearls, you might be able to find a way to put those onto there as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a really good idea. There's nothing stopping you doing that if you've got one of the smaller pearls. Fantastic. Well done. And 4 pairs in total. Now, we have got so much more to bring you throughout the course of the morning. More designer inspiration. We've got amazing rutile quartz. We've got a brand new peridot, incredible kyanite coming up as well. And of course, wonderful blue opal if you missed out on that opportunity. But plus many, many, many more. I'm not going anywhere. I hope you're not either, because we'll be back after this.
Amethyst is an incredibly popular gemstone. It's one of the rare gemstones that everybody can instantly recognise. This is owing to its beautiful purple hues, and it can be seen in light purple through to a really, really dark, rich purple too. Amethyst is called several things. You get lavender amethyst for your light purple, and rose de France for your more pinker tones. It is thought that the colouring element within amethyst itself is derived from titanium, but this is still not something that has been scientifically proven. Amethyst is perfect for the use in jewellery. Being 7 Mohs on the hardness scale, it means it's incredibly durable. Amethyst also shows tiger-like inclusions, like tiger stripes, and these are identifying inclusions within the gemstone itself.
Gemma Crow brings you into the world of patina. You'll create stunning effects with the guidance of Gemma right beside you. This DVD includes adding texture to your designs, preparing your metal, applying the patina, neutralizing process, and finally, the finishing process. To get your hands on a copy of this fantastic DVD, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Get creative with Jewellery Maker. Did you know that if you go to JewelleryMaker.com and sign up to our mailing list, then you'll receive 10% off your first order with us. We'll also keep you updated with special offers, theme shows, program guides and Jewellery Maker tutorials. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Welcome back everybody and a very good morning to you. My name is Elena and you're watching Jewellery Maker. I'm joined by Sara. Elvin, how are you, my darling?
I'm very well, thank you.
Did you have a nice drive up this morning?
It was quite nice. Cause
it was very brisk and cold and chilly.
I didn't get out. I got in the car and drove straight here. So, but yes, the roads were nice and clear though.
You know, yes, that's always a good thing. You know when you step out the door for the first time in the morning and you get that shiver.
Yeah, definitely got that this morning.
That shiver right down to your bones. Oh God, it's one of those horrible feelings. But in a weird way, it's kind of nice. But I much prefer the warm. I much prefer the warm, and at least it's not raining, I suppose. Now, I tell you what we'd like. Topic of conversation is in text today. We'd like for you to send us your shout outs. So have you got any shout outs, anybody in particular, maybe someone celebrating a birthday or an anniversary or getting married or you just want to say hiya. Send us a text message and we'll put your shout outs out on screen. That'd be quite good fun, wouldn't it? Obviously you need to keep it clean. Or maybe, I wonder if we can get somebody texting in something like, some huge news. That would be good, wouldn't it? No, not gossip. Oh, you want gossip? Okay. Kim wants gossip. I was thinking, I wonder, because I did this on Valentine's Day, last Valentine's Day. Did a big auction on what was obviously what was our sister channel for Valentine's Day of Tanzanite and diamonds, and I was saying. There was 42 that were ever commissioned in the world, and I was absolutely adamant that somebody that was buying that one of those 42 had to propose. And guess what? It happened. Someone proposed. I was really, really excited about it. It was just fantastic. It is cool, isn't it? Amazing. Someone proposed. So but fancy proposing to, you know, do it on text message. How romantic would that be? All right, love. Do you fancy marrying me on text? That would be funny, wouldn't it? And then you can reply yes or no on text as well. Oh, do you know what? Maybe we'll scrap that idea. Scrap that idea. Yeah, loads to bring you, including a stunning strand of kyanite. I have to show you this. It's brand new in. They are effortlessly beautiful. You've got a consistency of colour, which is just remarkable when it comes to this gemstone, because usually it suffers with what we call colour zoning. But to my knowledge, this is the only kyanite strand we have of this carat weight, of this quality, even remotely close to the building. So absolutely incredible. Coming your way at approximately 11 a.m. This morning, so not long to wait. Look at the sheer size and dimensions. We've also got, for those of you that did miss out yesterday, got some blue, beautiful blue opal, which is natural, sold out yesterday. So if you missed out on that opportunity, I've got another strand here. There's a lady in the gallery over there who missed out on hers, and one here too. We both missed out on ours. So here's another chance. Gonna start with two beautiful lengths of 925 sterling silver chain. They're a very, 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 quite an open link. There's 140 of these in stock, which might sound like a massive quantity. It's actually not. The quality of these pieces of jewellery, I want to call them jewellery because they are. You've got the clasp attached, you've got the extension there, you've even got the actual charm and the detail on the end. You're getting both, so you're perfect for maybe one for you, one for a loved one, just because present, or maybe you're thinking about your gift drawers, or your own business, of course. Solid 925. The Rolo chain is quite, well, it's a circular link, basically, rather than an oval link. And it's 2 millimeters in its actual gauge, so very, very substantial. At the neckline, it's what I call it's a significant chain, one with weight, gram weight there, so it is going to fall like a chain should, rather than those ones that kind of just sit there and stick to the skin, and you know the ones I'm talking about, which look almost invisible.
Yes, the sort of trace chains.
Trace chains, yeah. I don't see the point in those, because also if you're anything like me that's particularly clumsy, for example, hence why I'm wearing a plaster, and always covered in bruises because I tend to bang myself quite a lot, then they last 5 minutes. So I look at a chain which I know is going to be in my jewellery collection, hopefully for eternity. Opening with this, so your early bird opportunity, there's a big substantial quantity of these. If you're not looking for a finished item of jewellery, you know that you can easily adapt these jewellery makers with your creativity to maybe bracelets, or if you wanted to use the length of chain itself, you wanted to use the actual jump rings and bolt rings separately, you wanted to use the charms, or the Rolo chain itself. In total, they measure, they're 40 centimetres each. So you've got 80 metres of chain here, 80 metres, plus, like I said, all the other 925 sterling silver findings that are also included. It's your chain duo. There we go, there's a 925 stamp, as you can see. Precious metal, rare, that's what we look for. Beautiful lustre. Should be what? £19.90. This is one of the big substantial chains that we have available for you. Not £19.90 for a substantial gram weight. Less than £7.50 each. £14.95 for nearly a metre of solid sterling silver chain. Again, you don't have to have them as finished pieces of jewellery. However, you can. Maybe you work with your silver clay. Maybe you like working with your high-end gemstones. Maybe you're attracted to the kyanite strand that I showed you earlier on. I mean, this is, in my opinion, and it is only my humble opinion, with that kind of calibre of gemstone, you need to be maybe looking at your solid 925 sterling silver. silver. It is merely my opinion, just because of the quality of the gemstones. You're looking for the rare and precious sterling silver as well. Also, let me just hold one of these up to the neckline, and again, forgive me for the actual scratches around the neck. It's because Brutus, my little puppy, likes to sit up here. Because he's so small, I think he likes to try and find the highest point. I think that's his... I stepped on his paw yesterday. Aww. And he did the... like look at me like, why have you done this to me? I was like, oh God, I feel terrible. I feel awful. And for ages he was like, But he goes straight up here, straight up there. I guess he knows no one's going to step on him up there. Poor little Mike. I can't wait till he grows, to be honest. I'm worried he can go out today. Today is the first day he's allowed out after his injections. But I don't want to let him out in my garden because he could fall down drains and things. He's too small. He's going to have to only go out on a lead. Oh. I'm trying to fatten him up. He's going to have to go solely on a lead, because otherwise he'll fall down. Little crevices. Look at it. But look, I trod on his paw, look what he does to me. Less than £7.50. You can see, the reason I'm holding it up to the neckline is you can see it falls lovely. Do you know what I mean, Sarah, by that? You know, sometimes you see those chains, which might come, you can certainly get it in some retailers, where they are so flimsy.
I know, they seem to just sort of scrunch up on your neckline and stick to you, yes.
Yeah, they're not meant to scallop at all around the neckline. No. They're meant to hang, they're meant to fall.
And these are going to be great if you've got something that's a little bit more of a substantial pendant, maybe what you've got in your jewellery box, or maybe something you've made. Yeah. That you want that security, that you know it's got the enough weight in the chain itself to hold the weight of the pendant, and then to also equal out the pendant
absolutely
as well.
Balance 100%. Yeah. And I would wear them like this. I would wear them as a piece of jewellery like so. Absolutely incredible. Well done. Moving on to... These are amazing. An amazing, stunning, rich, intense, regal, dramatic. Then there aren't enough words for me to describe just how staggering these are, and they are coming you out. Before I show you up close, they had to be a star buy. No, totally agree. Sorry, Kim has just said to me, I don't think I've ever seen amethyst like this. Not me. Paula Bennett, who I was talking to, she actually came into the studio. This is going back a few weeks ago. I think it was around Christmas time. And she came into the studio, and you know Paula doesn't often come down here into the studios, but these wonderful bars, it was in a totally different gemstone, but she was like, oh my gosh, I need that. That's amazing. Very dramatic, real statement pieces of jewellery that you can create. I have never seen amethyst of the size, of such amazing dimensions, of the colour, of... It's next month's birthstone. I just think that you are going to create... You'll see the strand, and I'm deliberately keeping it... Hopefully, lots of you... Yeah, I can see lots of you already put it in your basket. You know what? Yeah, I haven't hidden it very well, have I? You can see it. It is gigantic. How many have we got of these? 214. It's early in the morning. If you've just come back in from the school run, or you've been out and about, or maybe you've just got to your office desk and you've got us on, you know, you might need to bring us full screen for a second. Look at these. They are incredible. Launched on New Year's Eve, big New Year's Eve launch. We have got the remainder reserved quantity available for you this morning. These are stunning. Just imagine the graduation that you can create from these. Imagine the texture that you can create from these. Imagine sort of like a New York skyline that you could create from these beautiful, beautiful amethysts. They're rich, they're regal, they're intense. Because they are drilled through the top there, they can be suspended or they can even be elevated, inundated on the web. Now, you know more than I know right now. You know where this is going to. I haven't got an absolute Scooby. I haven't got a clue. Wow. Are you serious? Is this New Year's Eve launch price point that we're bringing you? 200 of you are about to get one of the most dramatic strands that I have ever seen here at Jewellery Maker at a single figure price tag. Look at it like so. That's, I think, all you need to do is just restrand it. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. Look at that. That's fabulous, isn't it?
I was on Sunday night, we had a strand like this in Mookite, and it was held out across like this, across a
shoulder to shoulder,
on a quite a high necked black top. And if you got those clips earlier,
yes,
to clip it into place so it sits almost, you know, like a Lord Mayor's type chain.
Yeah, I know what you mean. If you've got a little off the shoulder number,
yeah,
like this, look at that, fantastic. Look at the statement piece that it would make. And you could have the most simple outfit, excuse me, bearing shoulders a little bit, but you know what I mean. It'd be fantastic. Loads of you there. I'm not surprised that you are multi-buying. This is amazing. You've got 450 carats of natural amethyst with all of those wonderful intense purple hues. I mean, they go right the way up to 45 centimetres in length. So an incredible, striking pair of earrings, or I mean, you're going to be able to make loads of pieces of jewellery, especially if you're multi-buying. We need to bring that price tag in incredibly. Yes, I did say this is guaranteed at a single figure price tag. Well done, and thank you to those of you that said that's good enough for me, Elle. If you said it, I know that you shall absolutely deliver, and we certainly will. Here it is for those of you that want to see it visually. $9.95, natural amethyst, 450 carats in some of the most exciting shapes, don't you think?
They're amazing.
Really exciting. They're still quite organic in how the shards, I suppose, but still faceted, polished, beautiful, dramatic. Dramatic is the word that I keep going back to.
And I think because they've got that organic feel to them, they almost feel like they're straight out the geo. Do you know what I mean? They've got that real natural essence to them. I just love them, and I would be really tempted maybe just to keep them the same as they are, or maybe just a tiny little seed bead in between.
Yeah, do you know what? I would restrand them like they are. Restrand them, and maybe if well, at this price, I'd be multi-buying, because I think you could make an amazing, just one wire wrapped in as a solitaire ring, sort of like your Jan, like Jan does. Just a couple maybe as sort of matching earrings for an incredible suite. Double, I've got literally rows of you there. 100 have gone already. It was launched on New Year as a special New Year's Eve opportunity. We have had the remaining quantity reserved for you this morning. Aren't you glad you tuned in? And many of you choosing to multi-buy. Lucia, hello to you. Suzanne, Sue, Christine, Carol, another Carol, June, Priscilla, Jackie, Margaret, Anne, Kathleen, Joyce, Essex, Catherine. If you love these, by the way, we have got a similar strand, different gemstone coming up a little bit later on. Are we doing it next? Oh my goodness, this is just too much. Still got 50 in baskets, so check out. We had just how many? 214. Over 100 went. We had 50 in, literally, and we've still got people on the phone line. So please do check out. Now, this next strand, for those of you that are there, I'm going to hold this straight up to the neckline because I think you're going to want to get both. This gemstone is so amazingly complex in terms of not just how it looks visually, but in terms of how it's cut. Because you have got those rutilations running through. Oh, I need this in my life. These are amazing. I want to get this. Monochrome. Beautiful. It's your rutile quartz. Oh. Look how same sort of look, but yeah, it's totally different, isn't it?
It is. This is like a piece of modern art.
It is.
This is the rutilation.
Impressionist art.
Yeah.
Why don't we see rutile quartz very often? A question I was asked. And it's because those rutilations make this gemstone so very hard to cut that many lapidarists will shy away from it, going, yeah, it's just literally, no, it's not worth my bother. I end up wasting more of the gemstone, and obviously it's costing them money, so it's very expensive. These are so dramatic. We all love monochrome, don't we? Or I do anyway, and most people love the black and white. It tends to be in every season. Straight away I can see loads of you multi-buying. How easy would it be to create a real focal point? If you imagine sort of a craft fair, even if you don't do craft fairs, the pieces of jewellery, I know I've done this before, sort of laid out all my pieces of jewellery just so I can, my own personal pleasure and enjoyment. Imagine this, it's going to grab attention. It is going to be that piece that goes, hey, come over here, have a little look at everything here. Not literally, but kind of, you know, draws the eye, which is a very clever marketing trick, which many retailers use. You know, they'll use one statement thing to a statement, I don't know, piece of art, some clothing, or it is an art form, isn't it? Window dressing and things like that, which maybe we don't really appreciate, but yet it's all subconscious, isn't it? Absolutely subconscious. Black rutile quartz with its drama, with that impressionist visualities that you get. There's incredible shards that form within this gemstone, often forming asterisms. Can I just show you this one, just because I think it's really exciting and shows the differences that you can get. Look at that one, how it looks solid black, but actually if you zoom in, they are all individual shards. And then again, move on. Look how they all, there is no two which will be exactly the same. They are all totally and utterly unique, individual. Almost 100 have gone already. Let's bring that price tag in. For less than £20, you can get black rutile quartz and natural amethyst, 900 carats, in these wonderful shapes. Absolutely incredible. How much, Sarah, would you charge for this if you just restranded it and put a nice clasp? Good question. I don't know who that's from, but it's a really good question.
I think you've got to be looking at sort of £35–40, because for a smaller section, if I was to restrand the whole lot, I think you'd be looking at £50, £60.
Yeah,
that's what I would
100%.
expect to pay.
I think if once you educate, look at this one standing proud right there. Hey, look at me! Look at me, look at me, look at me. I do think, you know, once you, rutile quartz is a gemstone which you might need to educate. So if you maybe went to the expense of sort of doing a little bit of research, talking to customers, consumers who might not be as gem knowledgeable as you are. Once you do that and you talk about the complexities, the rarity, the fact it's not in all the big jewellers, in the retail establishments because of its scarcity and rarity. Celeste in Essex, hiya, I have the amethyst strand and it's stunning. There are 75 of them on that strand, a bargain. Oh, thank you, Celeste, for messaging that in. 75! Jan in Kent, woohoo! That is stunning. Get mine. Have you got it? Well done. Well done. Well done, Jan. Yeah, I'd be delighted as well. And again, it's been added to my order. That's an incredible deal. Single figure price tag. Now, these of the black rutile quartz, we had 275. He doesn't want to sit down, that one. 275. However, again, triple figure quantities have flown out. We have got loads of you buying 2s and 3s of these. Lots of you still on the phone lines. I can see you, Celeste, there on the web with this in your basket. Well done, well done. Moving on. Moving on to... What? Sorry? Is it the clear quartz? Oh my, this with those strands that you've just seen would be amazing. This is a beautiful connector of clear quartz. Wow, you've got solid sterling silver. Give this a little polish for you, a little buff. I think, or if you got the sterling silver chain earlier on, just a couple of lengths either side. Beautiful neckline piece or bracelet. Checkerboard faceted. Look at this, stunning. All about the sparkle. That's amazing, isn't it? Absolutely flawless clarity. You know what? I'm going to ask you to do something which most retailers wouldn't ask you to do, most jewellers wouldn't ask you to do. I want you to try and find what's on your screen right now. Can you see a single imperfection in that gemstone? Can you see a single flaw? Any black inclusions? Any feather-like clusters? Any slight arrows running through the centre? Because I can't. And I've got 20/20 vision. I can't see anything wrong. That gemstone is absolutely eye clean, in my humble opinion. Beautifully faceted. I have got less than 50 of these, 50 of these available. So it is a limited opportunity. 925 sterling silver bezel sets, just stunning. You know, the sterling silver chain that you had earlier on, maybe just on you know, a couple of inches either side to create a beautiful bracelet or neckline piece, or maybe a pair of earrings. That'd be amazing too. I only wish I had more. Yes, you will see fire when it comes to quartz. It is a gemstone which is able to disperse fire, and from the angle I'm looking at right now, where I'm sort of bird's eye view looking down the actual, I don't want to say bezel or connector, I want to say pendant, because this is a definite feature. You're seeing the reds, the oranges, the yellows, the blues, the colour spectrum that we absolutely love in our clear gemstones. Now it's 14 carats, 38 by 10 millimeters in size, and it's coming your way. 3mm loop gauges, so you can get so much through those little connectors either side. £12.95. Lanarkshire, Penny, multi-buying, Diana, well done. Angela, County Antrim, Jana, you're with me as well in Wiltshire. I'm joining you, ladies. I think this is just stunning. Don't you agree, Sarah?
I do. I think that with possibly a little piece of chainmail either side going into those sterling silver chains with a little chain tassel on the bottom, just use it lengthways as a pendant, I think would look amazing. Absolutely stunning.
You know, this to me is sort of, you know, your high-end jewellery. You can see the quality of the gemstone, and the gemstone which is used widely. This quality is not abundant. To have eye-clean quartz is exceedingly rare, and only found in a few different locations around the world. That is a price tag where it just doesn't add up. Yeah, personally, I would keep it very, very simple. Personally, I would just sort of add a little bit of chain either side, couple of jump rings, onto some precious 925 sterling silver, and you've got a piece of jewellery that I would wear all the time. And with the fact that it is a durable gemstone, it's gonna have wear. Absolutely stunning. Well done. Well done. Well done. Well done. Moving on to, these are gorgeous too. Kimbo, I tell you what, we've got some beautiful gemstones today. Spoilt. Now, you have got your texture, you've got your sparkle, you've got wonderfully frosted clear quartz, but then also those flashes of sparkle on the circumference of the gemstone, with a lovely crystal clear clarity. If you imagine every single one of those facets as kind of a sort of a window, so you can see into the heart of the gemstone, again, it's the clarity. And believe me, if there were flaws, you wouldn't see that paparazzi flash. 260 carats, and they're 10mm plain rounds. It's taken a gemstone which we absolutely love. Again, very few colourless gemstones that we can bring you, but making it a little bit more contemporary, making it a little bit more unique. Again, you can just restrand these if you got your Eslon earlier on. They'd be fantastic.
Oh gosh, yeah, they'd look amazing with a colour core through those, or even a coloured wire, maybe a little tiny bit of gizmo coil in between each one, just to really give a pop of colour.
Yeah, incredible. This as a bracelet with that bezel in the centre.
Oh, that would just amazing again, and you can make it very simply.
Yeah, very, very, very simply, and very wearable, because, you know, if you think about your clear quartz as a gemstone which has got durability, and the fact that it is a colourless gemstone, or rather this is a colourless strand, it's going to go with so much, isn't it?
I'm just thinking it's going to go brilliantly with the next kit as well.
It will go amazingly with the next kit. We've got a big quantity of these, which means, well, let's just say we can push those boundaries. You can have as many as you like. Well, I can't say that. Stock permitting. We've just seen masses sell in a matter of moments in the last few opportunities. However, you've got every chance of being successful. I love that contemporary texture. Texture and a combination of textures just makes you really want to sort of caress the gemstones, actually feel the difference between that high shine, the faceting, and also the frosting. It almost takes a colourless gemstone and turns it into, yeah, a white gem, doesn't it? And how few white gemstones are there out there? Maybe coral you can get. White gemstones.
How light? What sort of
How
white?
light?
White.
Pearl.
Yeah, maybe mother of pearl. If you...
That's about it, really, isn't it?
There aren't many, and you know there aren't many that give you sparkle, shine, lustre, and then texture as well, all in one.
All in one, absolutely, totally agree. And a lovely wearable size as well, 10mm in their plain rounds. It is your early bird deals. We should be bringing this to you at £10.95. That's an amazing deal. If you just attach it, restrand it, knot it in between if you wanted to, maybe get some matching earrings out of this as well. Not £10.95. It's early bird. And what does the early bird get? £8.95 prices, that's what the early bird gets. Amazing, amazing deals. Fabulous. Again, look at the sparkle. Look at the gorgeous sparkle that you can see, and look how it transforms the outfit that I'm wearing. I don't know about you, but I couldn't afford to invest in 260 carats of diamonds. Yeah, not currently, not ever probably. And to be honest, I don't know if I would invest in 260 carats of diamonds, because then would you be able to actually enjoy it? But this is an alternative where you can wear still beautiful, stunning, rare, genuine gemstones at a more feasible, more attractive price point.
Definitely.
In my eyes. I mean, if money is no object, I've been watching a few programmes lately where I'm like, gosh, that's just absurd amounts of money. If that's not a problem for you, then fantastic, absolutely fantastic. I like to buy, I'm a savvy shopper, and I still like to enjoy the beautiful rarity of your gemstones. Well done to every single one of you, absolutely fabulous. Guess what? Guess what? Everything I've got on this tea, but I want. I want it all. And I want this. This is coming up as a star buy. It'd look amazing with that connector that you just saw. It'd look incredible with any of the gemstones that we're bringing you, the kyanite, the blue opal, the peridot, those amethyst or the black rutile. Absolutely stunning. It is your moonstone, and it's coming up in the cluster chain. Maybe it's because of my job and because I sit and talk to you for the morning. But I often think about words and what words summarises certain gemstones or certain pieces of jewellery. I'm trying to think of that, and because I don't want to just say, oh, this is beautiful, because that's fairly nondescript in actual fact. And if you hear me say that every opportunity, you're going to think, yes, I do genuinely think they're beautiful, but there's a reason for me saying that. So I try and think of another word which would describe the gemstone or the piece. This to me, and I just said it to Sarah, I went, this is lovely. This is just lovely. And I think that's a lovely word as well. It's a nice word that rolls off the tongue.
Yeah, and it's elegant as well. And
yeah.
There are so many words I could say about this chain, because...
So you say elegant.
Yeah, effortless.
Effortless.
Timeless.
Timeless.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, and I agree with you, it's lovely. You think about something that you feel is lovely, And what would you imagine it visually to be? To me, that's what this is. And all the above. Now, rainbow moonstone. These are stunningly wrapped onto solid sterling silver. You've got beautiful trio clusters across the entirety and the length of the chain. I'm desperate to buy this. It's so beautiful. There's 50 centimetres on this length of chain. Think about the amount of time that would go into recommissioning this piece of jewellery and sourcing the gemstones, sourcing the sterling silver, how much wire you'd use, how much time you'd use, and would we be able to, and I know I certainly wouldn't, I can answer my own question, but I certainly wouldn't be able to get that consistency. Every single one of those clusters are just perfectly measured and shaped. Look at this shot here. It's very ethereal, that moonstone, isn't it? You can really see the bluish adolescence coming through. Just dazzling. The fact that these are all on little round head pins, so you're seeing that lovely flash of luster on the base of those beautiful rondelles. I want to buy this. I'm desperate to buy this. Have we? Please tell me, Kim, we've got enough. 86. I don't know, it's one of those, it could happen. It could absolutely, I love it. And do you know, because I'm a very, very basic jewellery maker, and I'm also quite a lazy jewellery maker. I don't have huge amounts of time to invest in pieces of jewellery, but yet I still want to enjoy them. I mean, how easy would it be, Sarah, to take a sterling silver shepherd hook or whatever clasp, attach it to the end of this, and you're good to go? Minutes, if that. Minutes, and you've got a stunning piece of jewellery. Yeah. I'm thinking this would be amazing for bridesmaids, for brides themselves. I'd wear this even not on a special day like that, just because of the feel and the beauty. It's lovely. That's the only way I can describe it.
You know, I want to make a headdress out of this, just straight, almost like a daisy chain piece to go across the forehead.
That would be so nice in the summer.
Because you know, it's almost festival type feel.
Which is huge as well. It is.
You know, and if anybody is ever lucky enough to sort of have a stall at any of those events or anything like that, this is a must to have these sorts of pieces. And
it's that right length as well for a headdress. Lou in Manchester, I have these type in spinel and garnet, and the weight of silver is heavy. It is. There is a lot of sterling silver in here as well. I can't quite see it, the average. It will show up on the bottom of the graphics, but yeah, I totally agree. Now, excuse the wrinkles, but hey, that would be a very sort of boho kind of bride.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Definitely. If you've maybe going for a beach wedding feel, you know, you're going away somewhere in the sunshine to get married. You maybe don't want a heavy headdress. You maybe just want something really delicate.
And a veil and everything like that might be a little bit too much. And again, similarly, beautiful length for, I mean, I'm literally holding it end to end now. Look at the length. It falls lovely around the décolletage. I really want to, I can't wait till the end of the show, Kimbo. I can't wait. Is there anyone who's watching right now, guest designers or any of my fellow hosts, that can do me a favour and dial through and say, add this to Elle's order, please? Because she wants to buy this. It's beautiful. The feel, the texture, the quality of the gemstones, the quality and consistency of that sterling silver. Already loads of you there, and I don't blame you, I really don't. I am 100% stock permitting joining you. It should be £21.95. Launch price. They're like little snowbells.
They are, they're beautiful. And you know, even if you cut this chain, nothing goes to waste with it. Keep all the little pieces, they can go to cluster earrings.
Launch price £19.95. Now I'm thinking, after that, Sarah, you've just said, yeah, just a couple of those, because they do fall lovely. I wonder if we can sort of see just one, just like, I don't know, half an inch or an inch.
Yeah, that's it.
There we go.
And the movement in there is just amazing.
That's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, they're gorgeous.
Just especially if you had sort of the matching neckline or headdress piece. Loads of you multi-buying. County Atrium, Mary-Ann, Carol, Tessa, Jean, Lynn, Cynthia, Belinda, Patricia, Emma, Pauline, Jane. Hello to you, Susan, Annette, Christine, Lynn, in Kent, Linda in West Midlands, Julie. Do you know what I'm actually looking out for as well? See if my mum's getting involved. Mum, if you're watching, please, 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 can you get this for me? Do you know what? I'm actually thinking, yeah, because you could take a neckline piece, but then you could very easily turn that neckline piece into that headdress type piece for the summer.
Definitely. I mean, what I would do is put a little piece of chain on either end with an S-clasp. Use an S-clasp so it's big enough to go around your neckline. But then when you want to change it, just use the S-clasp, and as long as the chain's got big enough little links in, you can make it adjustable to go around your hair.
Absolutely.
And then maybe just 2 grips just to keep it secure in there. And that's it, done.
So beautiful. I've actually sort of retailored neckline pieces for that and worn that in the summer.
Yeah.
I sort of outround, there was a festival. It's quite funny actually, it makes me laugh because it's a tiny little village, in Henley and Arden Festival, and I'd worn something quite similar to that. And you know, a lot of people got said about it just because it is a really lovely way of wearing your genuine gemstones. You think about it, it's also eye level, so you're going to see it. Launch price point, well done. I'm 100% joining you on it. Stock permitting, obviously, absolutely dazzling. Along with everything else that's on this T-bar, to be honest, it's going to be an expensive day for me. Moving on, because we have got last in stock. I can't see those. No, not in there. Oh, is it over there?
Are we looking for...
Have you got some tanzanite over there?
Oh, no. Haven't got any tanzanite.
No?
Ah,
Amelia's squirreling it.
Yeah.
Are you squirreling it? Thank you.
Oh, I did wonder what was in that box earlier.
Well, it's in a gold box. In a gold box. There are 17 of these available. Oh, again, if you got the moonstone.
Oh, just amazing.
So beautiful. I think this is the very last time you're going to see it. 17 is nowhere near enough. You get loads and loads of your sterling silver, but also the quality of your tanzanite. I'll get these out for you. Absolutely stunning. I'm going to show you the tanzanite first. Gosh, it's a long strand. It's not just a small couple of inches length. You are getting beautiful consistency of colour and a long strand of tanzanite. Like, given the price that this is going to, I'd pay it for the gemstones alone. Real dispersion of triachrosm, so lots and lots and lots, displays rather I should say, of triachrosm. If you love the pinks, then this is definitely going to radiate those gorgeous colours. You've got 40 pieces in total. What makes up those 40 pieces? This gorgeous strand, along with all of these 925 sterling silver findings. So you've got the chain measures, let me see, 50 centimetres, and it's a 3x2mm link. So you could replicate that, the sort of design that we showed you earlier on.
Yes, definitely. And you've got the S-hooks in there as well, so that's perfect for the adjustability.
Absolutely. So you could if you're inspired by that, you can easily replicate it. You've got a toggle clasp, let me see. You've got your jump rings, 2 toggle clasps in actual fact. You've got your crimp covers. You've got your S-hooks, as Sarah just pointed out. You've got your shepherd hook earrings and also your crimps themselves. And of course, 15 carats of beautifully intense, vanadium rich tanzanite displaying those wonderful violet blues, which of course we absolutely love. There are only 17 of these available. It's last in stock, so coming your way at a clearance deal, even though I know we're not in a clearance anymore. I would pay it for the strand of tanzanite, and then you have all of that sterling silver as, of course, an absolute bonus. If you're wondering what the big black sort of bits of metal or sort of paper are in there, they're basically your anti-tarnish, so keep hold of those. They're like gold dust, and they preserve the beauty of your sterling silver. Never throw those away. Good luck. 17 of you will be successful. Beautiful faceting, £34.95. I pay that for the tanzanite alone. And you know the cost of sort of, you know, decorative boxes like this with a velvet interior. You know the cost of our sterling silver findings. I mean, we bring you sterling silver of quality and of an amazing price tag. If you break it down, £34.95 is an absolutely incredible deal. But I truly think today is the last opportunity you're going to get to see this actual beautiful, I don't want to say pack.
No, it's
luxurious kit. I don't even want to say that.
No, it's for me, it's a creation concept, if you like. It's got everything you need to take your creativity where you want it to go. Yeah. I think that's quite nice to have it all in one place.
And with ease as well.
Yes, definitely.
You know?
And then to sort of look at that and think, right, I know exactly what I want to bring into the mix. So this is almost like your starting point. You know, when you put your paints out on your palette and you've got your starting point, this is a perfect place to go from.
Wow, well done everybody, congratulations. I only wish I had a bigger quantity, but it was never going to hang around very, very long. I mean, again, the quality of the tanzanite, 17, is no good leaving it in baskets though. If it's in those baskets, it's going to get its first come, first serve allocation. Well done. I'll keep everything crossed for those of you that still have it in your basket. Those of you on the phone line, stay where you are. Moving on to... a bit of organisation. Who needs to organise themselves from time to time? Oh,
sorry.
Amelia putting her hand up. Yeah, no, I need organising. I need to organise myself from time to time. This is perfect for that. It is your black polyester, multi-purpose. It doesn't have to be for your jewellery. It can be for your makeup. In fact, actually, my makeup thing is like this. And they're pretty expensive, aren't they, those makeup rolls? So you can put various different compartments, zip compartments as well. They roll up together, so great for transportation. There we go, there's a zip compartment there, zip compartment there. There's a pocket by here, zip compartment there, and another one at the bottom, which I'll just show you. So again, you can put lots and lots and lots in there, maybe your tools if you wanted to, maybe you're going away for a weekend and you want to take a little bit, a few of your jewellery projects. This will be fantastic for that. They all roll up and you can tie them around like so. So great, yeah, again, you see makeup sort of rolls, I suppose, which are very, very expensive, and a great way, obviously, it will actually, once it's packed out with whatever you want to put in there, it's going to look kind of that sort of shape, isn't it? But very versatile.
Definitely. I mean, this could be, you know, if you've got children with you, this could be something you might take with, you know, a colouring book and some pencils and things like that. You know, this could be in-car entertainment for, you know, for putting things in, you know, because you could tie this onto the back of the car seat for kiddies as well. You
absolutely can. So, yeah, there's great ways of actually attaching this. It's not just for transportation. You can use this for displays as well. Very versatile. You've actually got a, can you see that? It's actually, and it is Velcro. So...
Oh, that's perfect. Because my children are always losing things in the back of the car. You know, I've lost my headphones or the charger for this or that, this, that and the other.
Yeah, and you do think, how can you lose things?
In a car.
In a car. I mean, it's not exactly a big area.
I know.
How do you lose things in a car? But mind you, I lose things in my own handbag. So I guess... people in glass houses and all that, but you can also hang these. So yeah, yesterday we had a similar display. This is a slightly smaller version of them, so they can easily go in your wardrobe also. Lots of different pockets. You could what? Sorry. Probably hide it under a dress. Who messaged that? And can you remember? One of our jewellery makers messaged in and said, "Listen, I hide these under dresses so that my husband doesn't see the gemstones." I was like, genius. I'm stealing that idea. I'm definitely using that idea.
You could put a coat hanger through those two loops at the top and hang them in your wardrobe.
Yeah, well, that's what we were talking about yesterday. And one of our very clever jewellery makers said, yeah, I do that, Elle, and I hide my gemstones. So if you put a dress over the top,
I think I just need a wardrobe full of these and gemstones.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought, what a good idea. What an amazing idea. Also great for, if you think about it, all of your finished pieces of jewellery, your husband's cufflinks, your ties and things like that, because you can easily actually position these. So it's a bit of a price tag in, haven't we? Should be £6.95. That's where it's always been in the past. Not today, not £6.95. Oh, that concerns me, Kim. Kim has just gone, oh, too low.
Wow.
Literally as I heard the... Kim went, oh, too low. That speaks volumes. Had you already done it then at that point? Oh dear, never mind. Everybody needs storage, don't they?
Do, and it's great for transporting any finished pieces of jewellery as well, because then they don't get, you can put them into each little compartment. Yeah, definitely.
You know, somebody can have their own, I suppose, organiser, and you can label them.
Yeah, definitely.
Here we go, this is Mrs. Jones, this is Mrs. Smith. You can actually label them, and maybe it's, you know, certain projects you actually might progress with. They might not necessarily be something you do over in one sitting. Yeah, fantastic for that. Kathy has bought 4, Jan's multi-bought, Emma's multi-bought, well done to you. Sylvia, congratulations. Catherine, Angela, amazing. Again, I'm thinking about makeup, I'm thinking about sort of your cosmetics when you go on holiday. They're fantastic for that as well. Because this, you can actually lay it flat. I don't know if you've, I certainly have. I've got one of those jewellery travel cases. Firstly, they tend to be really heavy, which you don't want when you sort of put it in your suitcase. And also, you can't get a whole lot in there, particularly if you love your jewellery making like wire neckline pieces. You can't squeeze them in one of those jewellery boxes.
Folds up quite narrow as well, so if you've got something that's got structure to it, you won't get them in there. Whereas this has got quite a nice wide
width. You don't have to roll it up like this. For example, if you imagine this is my suitcase, I'm about to go on some lovely holiday. I wish, not for me this summer. There's my neckline, there's my jewellery collection. Just lay it out flat, gorgeous, and it's not going to get kinked or ruffled or anything like that. Amazing. Now I've got time to squeeze a couple more opportunities in, including... Okay, I saw this, it caught my attention in the preparation. In my preparation for this morning's show, I was like, oh, that's lovely. And funny, I was talking about holidays. Coral, can I just point out, ours is ethically sourced. Please, please, please be very careful where you source your coral from. Please do. Make sure that it is an ethical company. Because unfortunately there are certain establishments out there, shall we say, that do literally get it off coral reef. What you want is your coral to be ethically farmed. Similar to, if you imagine, it's a similar sort of method to your cultured pearls. Not how they cultivate it, but it's farmed. So please, please, please make sure your coral is ethically sourced. Ours absolutely is. We need to preserve our wonderful planet, don't we? So gorgeous organic gemstones. We were talking about white gemstones and how few there actually are. This is your beach dream. I love these colours. You have got white corals here of 7mm plain rounds and 5mm plain rounds. Lovely opaque beauty, and then when you get really close, you can actually see the formations. I've actually got a piece of coral in my own bathroom. Funny enough, I was actually sort of giving it a nice little polish off the other day. It just fascinates me, absolutely fascinates me. Then we have got these lovely orange corals, which I think are more of a coral colour, really.
They are.
Rather than an orange. But what a lovely piece of jewellery you can create out of this. The different shapes, as in dimensions that you're getting here, and that lovely coral colour with the white themselves. I adore this bundle. I think it's perfect for this for summer. I think it would be lovely with a maxi dress or something like that, or maybe even on the beach. Pair of shorts and just a vest top. Fabulous, lovely colours, which is very complimentary. You are getting 4 strands. Again, the orange or coral, whichever way you want to look at, is actually 3mm, and these are 5mm. So you've got real variation of shapes and sizes here. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I kind of need a pen next to me throughout the course of the morning. Do you know why? I need to do my own little shopping list. Is that bad that I want to do that? Because stretchy bracelets.
That's it, long line, just a long line knotted piece.
Yeah.
All in one, so it's over the head, and then just to be able to tie a knot in the front, and just on a long maxi dress, and I just think those would just look amazing.
Amazing, absolutely beautiful. Again, it's the colours. We were talking about stretchy bracelets earlier on. I mean, look how lovely that is, just layering up like so.
You could do that on memory wire as well.
Yeah.
Very, very easily.
Love that. Yeah, exactly. Memory wire would be a really good idea if you wanted to create this real structured piece. That's fantastic, and I like the fact as well that it's not necessarily, it's haphazard. It's not in any particular pattern. Should be £21.80. Not £21.80 today. For all of that coral, there is no carat weight for coral. It's an organic gemstone. So just what I was saying earlier on, your pearls, your amber, coral, amylite, it's not carat weights, it's sizes. £14 and 95 pence. I'm just thinking this, which with a pair of shorts and a nice t-shirt in the summer.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Ready to go, aren't you? And
you're ready to go.
It's a great piece that you can, will go with so many different sort of beach type outfits, or if you've got a white long linen maxi dress, to pop that on with it, and it's just, that's it.
Lovely. It would just be beautiful. Yeah. I love that look. It's quite casual, but it's a really nice look. Similarly, I mean, you don't have to be going on holiday, just is it just me? I'm thinking about the summer and the spring already. Oh, yeah. Just because I think once New Year is done, that's it. I want to have the warmer weather. I want to start hearing the birds in the morning. I want to start seeing the sort of sun in the sky, etc. But this kind of brings the summer forward somewhat. £14.95. Love it. It's been added to my shopping basket. I love that colour combination. Imagine that with some nice red, some coral nails would be just beautiful. Again, if you've got that moonstone, that moonstone sterling silver strand, again with a sort of boho headdress type piece, it's a lovely look. Dawn, Somerset, Bernadette, Denise, Wendy, Molly, Sarah, Jill, Jackie, you've done it. We can be coral twins, because I'm being very selfish today. I'm thinking this is all going to be my jewellery. I'm making it for myself, making it all for myself. Moving on to I make no apologies for tempting you this morning, because I'm tempting myself. If you're not wanting to shop today, to be honest, the best thing you do is turn over. Because every single bundle that I am bringing you right now, I want. It is your black agate, plain rounds, 12mm and 6mm. Again, just restrand them like so. Maybe you got that clear quartz round strand earlier. Just one of those dotted in would just be amazing. Very Audrey Hepburn. Beautiful, glossy black agate.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with these gemstones. They're just your perfect. If you've got something like the coral, yeah, and you want to make it, maybe you don't want to use the white coral, but you want to use the coral coloured, yeah, and make it really sort of almost pop a little bit more. Yeah. Even if you could make that colour pop anymore, because it's amazing. This was just the perfect thing to put it with.
It really would look amazing with that. If you wanted to mix up textures and shapes, this with the black rutile quartz that you had earlier on would just be incredible. Loving the bundles. I'm absolutely loving the very classic. I like the fact that these are very classic and wearable and appropriate for. They're ageless, aren't they? But they're also event appropriate. So if you think of all the different sort of, I don't know, you might be going out for a nice swanky meal or something like that, or we were talking about barbecues, they'd be appropriate for both of those. We're going to have to bring that price tag in because we are running out of time. Well done to every single, wow, gosh, this is a deal. Who doesn't love their black gemstones, especially at a £4.95 price tag? They're 12mm by 6mm, 12 and 6mm, sorry, rounds, 2 separate strands. £4.95.
That's not right, is it? It can't be right.
You know, Kimbo, you said earlier on, oh, that's too low. That's a deal, isn't it? I'm a bit speechless by that.
It is, and you're going to make pieces of jewellery that I call, you know, your bedside table pieces of jewellery. The ones that you take off at night,
Yeah.
they stay there, and you put them straight back on in the morning.
Yeah,
And it doesn't matter
absolutely.
what outfit you're wearing, it's going to go.
They become your sort of signature pieces of jewellery, absolutely. The ones you don't have to think about, you know, that are going to go with every single outfit that you wear. Have we got many of these, Kimbo? Okay, good. I'm asking purely for selfish reasons because I want to get involved as well. Kathy, Lynn, Northamptonshire, Nicola, Diana, lovely to be with you, Christy, Linda, Jack, again, loads of you there. Well done, well done, well done. Now, we have got so much more to bring you throughout the course of the morning, including a brand new blue opal strand. We managed to bring an opportunity yesterday, sold out entirely. If you missed out on that, not to worry. This stunning strand, which is actually ever so slightly bigger, ever so slightly in terms of their diameters, totally and utterly natural. Such a rare and exciting opportunity to own this gemstone in its natural form.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Jewellery Maker, Ivy House, Henley Road, Outhill, Studley, B807DU. Get making and good luck.
Join guest designer Gemma Crow as she brings you a fascinating DVD that teaches you how to create all of your important findings that are essential to everybody's collection. Gemma will take you through step by step to create all of your finishing touches that bring your pieces to life, essential for all jewellery makers. To get your hands on a copy of this fantastic DVD, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Get creative with Jewellery Maker.
Did you know when you book on a Jewellery Maker workshop, you are given exclusive access to our Jewellery Maker shop? You can browse through special items and offers, be privy to selected discounts and deals that you can't get at any other time. Shop whilst you learn and grab yourself some amazing offers. For more information on workshops and available dates, contact our call centre.
Moonstone is beautiful. It looks so stunning in bridal jewellery. Its iridescence just makes it such a different gemstone against anything else. When you're putting it into your own jewellery, you can put it in tiaras, you can put it in drop earrings, and it makes those pieces special.
One of the most fascinating things about Moonstone is, I think, its myth and legend, and whether it's a gemstone which is used for fertility or a gemstone which you give to loved ones, it's a fantastic gemstone to own, especially from JM, because of the natural qualities, the rainbow shimmer which you get from this amazing gem, and whether it's in nuggets or whether it's really, really highly faceted, whether it's a smaller carat weight or a larger carat weight, you're always guaranteed a superb example of the gem.
So this is number 17. Nothing as of yet, but you never know. We may just find something this time. Oh, we may be in luck. We may be in luck. This is my 17th one, Glenn tells me. I lost count, but Glenn's better on maths than I am. And he said number 17, and we have certainly got one piece. Yeah, that's a beauty.
If you have a question or a query for Jewellery Maker, then you can contact our call centre on 0800 644 655 and press option 2, or alternatively, you can email help@jewellerymaker.com.
Welcome back, everybody. Brand new opportunity to acquire stunning natural blue opal. Now, incredibly, this is coming your way at a super affordable price tag. I never thought, to be honest, that it was natural blue opal where it hasn't been impregnated with any kind of dye, which is usual when it comes to opal of a specific colour. I didn't think for 1 second that this was even possible. Yesterday, we brought a natural blue opal strand which sold out, and on the back of that, we're able to bring you this opportunity because so many did miss out yesterday. And incredibly, we are, am I allowed to say it, Kim? We're going to honour that price tag. Now, if you don't know what that price tag was, believe me, just I've got your back. We always do. If you're on the web, it's not the price that you can currently see. That's all you need know. It is going lower. So make those confirmations. Now, just to get the sort of housekeeping, I suppose, out of the way, we have got how many? 254. Whilst that might sound like a big quantity, in the morning here at Jewellery Maker, we have got a massive audience. We have retailers, traders, gemologists all over the world who do source their gemstones from us. We have got, obviously, our amazing Jewellery Maker family who make their pieces of jewellery and go on to sell them. Do you know, dare I say this, if you bought this strand right now, and I'm not allowed to give a specific valuation, I'm not qualified to, firstly, but I'm sort of going on my own personal experience, and I'm not going to give a price valuation, but what I can suggest is if you bought this and went on and sold it, you would most definitely make a profit, without shadow of a doubt. So 254 opportunities will go like that, really quickly. Now, whilst you're making those confirmations, I'd just like to talk to you about why is this so rare. Opal is a rare gemstone, but it's also one of the most complex gemstones. It's amorphous, meaning it hasn't got a crystal structure. It doesn't form in the same way that diamonds, sapphires, rubies, emeralds do. This is a gemstone which, as I said, is amorphous, so it grows within the host rock from tiny silica spheres. Those silica spheres bring you fabulous displays, but variations of. So you can have boulder opal, you can have mosaic opal, you can have Kubapedi opal, you can have Ethiopian opal, jelly opal, crystal opal, and then there's variations of play of colour. It's very hard to get your head around everything about this wonderful gemstone. William Shakespeare actually wrote about it as the Queen of Gems, and I wholeheartedly agree with him. I had the huge honour and privilege of meeting, not William Shakespeare, no, Andrew Cody, who is, in my eyes, the most knowledgeable and influential individual on this entire planet when it comes to opal as a gemstone. If you can, get his book, Andrew Cody. His book of opals, very easy to read, fabulous. We had it and it sold out straight away. Everything that you need to know about opal is in there. Now, normally you can take an opal and you can dye it. I've certainly sold pieces of jewellery which have been dyed. For example, tangerine orange. I've sold hot pinks, cosmic purples, all different colours, and that we've sort of described them as, and they are still an opal, but they've actually been dyed, and they're still valuable, still absolutely beautiful. But to have one that Mother Nature has actually coloured herself is astonishingly rare. I mean, you know, I could probably count on, you know, my set of hands how many times I've actually seen natural opal. Already, hundreds have gone. How are we doing on quantity? I beg your pardon, 60 have gone, but over 100 are allocated. Many are choosing to multi-buy. I am going to honour the yesterday price for the natural blue opal, which sold out. However, this is actually a slightly bigger carat weight. But if you missed out, don't be too disappointed, because here's your chance. This is the only other strand, rather, of opal that we have, of rondelles, on the web at £39.95. Much smaller carat weight, shorter length, smaller sizes, smaller dimensions, £39.95. Why is this a star buy? Why am I getting really excited about it? Not just because it's beautiful, not just because it's rare, but because this should be £14.95. We are already bettering that half price point on our own website. We can make direct comparisons with ourselves, can't we? Our own website, £39.95. This morning, not even £14.95. I truly think if you bought this today and sold it on one of those well-known auction sites, you'd make a profit. I truly think you would. I can't say 100% for certain, but I certainly think the rarity, the exclusivity, just how exciting this is, the sheer dimensions and sizes, the quality, the consistency of those baby blue colours, the fact that it is the Pantone colour of 2016. I only wish, do you know what? I was going to say I wish I could bring these to you more often, but then would it actually sort of dilute just how exciting this opportunity is? 277 of you will be successful in getting hold of this wonderful strand. Yesterday we had a similar quantity and they all sold out. So today I truly think this is going to be the same. I'm not even going to begin to say congratulations to everybody because I've got rows and rows and rows of you there. USA, UK, all around the world, because I've got Australia there, I can see you there. Louisiana, I can see you with me, Ayrshire, London, Manchester, Worcester, Cornwall, Perth and Kinross. So nice to have your company, and many of you choosing to multi-buy. Natural blue opal, not impregnated with dye, which would still be valuable. Yes, it would. It'd still be sought after without, and it was still talking legacy jewellery that you would pass on to future generation. However, the rarity is added, is multiplied by I don't know how many times with the fact that Mother Nature has actually coloured this herself. Well over half the stock has gone, well over, and I'd say at least 30% of you are choosing to buy more than one. Kaz has bought 3, Jean you've bought 2, Alison you've bought 2, Veronica's multi-bought, Maureen's multi-bought, Cheshire's multi-bought, Patricia's multi-bought, West Midlands has multi-bought, Mary's multi-bought, County Armagh, well done to you. Veronica, you've multi-bought, Phyllis in the Shetlands has multi-bought. I can't physically keep up. Every time I look at the call screen, more names are being added. I can certainly see there are over 50 people with it in their baskets. Please don't hesitate. Yesterday, and there's a reason why I was saying, listen, yesterday sold out. We've honoured the price tag on the back of that. Didn't have to do that. We're already over halving the price that we've got on our own website, so we didn't need to do that. I can't stress, if you do not check out, I don't know if you will be successful. 277 is a massive quantity, but yesterday we had the same quantity, Sarah, and it went amazing. Well done. I need to move on. Congratulations from the very bottom of my heart. They're so beautiful, aren't they?
They are. They're absolutely amazing, and the consistency is just amazing on that blue. Oh,
it's going right there. Mm-hmm. Along with all my other shopping list purchases right here, because I'm buying so many of these on the T-bar. Look, with the kyanite that's coming up at 11 o'clock. Amazing, amazing, amazing. With this kit that you're about to see, Egyptian Grace. I always want to break out into the bangles. I'm showing my age now, aren't I? I'm definitely showing my age.
I'm with
you. Do you remember that?
Yeah, definitely.
You want me to walk over? You knew what I was on about. I know we're staying here, but I'm just getting into, like, I'm planning ahead. I'm planning ahead for my walk like an Egyptian. Just stunning colours, absolutely. And you've got, let me just check. Just to reiterate, do you know, I looked at this and thought, hang on a minute, is that kyanite? It's not. It's quartzite, but look at the similarities.
I know, the depth of blue is amazing.
I actually, if you'd have brought this to me, put it in my hand and said, what gemstone is this? I would have guessed maybe a Himalayan kyanite, something like that, because it's quartzite, but the colours that you are seeing here are really, really intense and dramatic, aren't they? So you have got quartzite here, then you have got your beautiful faceted rounds. Also in a quartz, blue quartzite. Then you've got your faceted. I'm trying to see the sizes. white agate, I beg your pardon. They're 5mm and they're 85 carats. And then your gorgeous hematite, but these are the little wheels. Gorgeous little wheels which nestle beautifully against one another, and fabulous if you're quite a tactile person. These feel lovely against one another, creating gorgeous shapes. And again, we've got some really exciting demonstrations to show you today with Sarah. Also, you're getting one of these big tubes of your spacers. Now, these spacers are... There's so much in this kit. Forgive us for... It's so much in the kit, it's hard for us to actually to find them. 3 by 2mm, oh, I can see them, and 750 approximately you're actually getting silver plated brass. So they are, I know we keep saying it, but they appear to be almost bottomless, you know, and they just go on and on and on and on and on and on and on. And we've got inspiration with the lovely Sarah using these, which, would you say these are probably one of your firm favourites now?
They're definitely my firm favourites. I use them in everything now. I can almost, like, every time I make jewellery, I go, oh, I should have a few of those as well.
You did in your last demonstration
Yeah.
as well. I
Yeah.
agree. It's a great way of sort of packing out your gemstones, but also creating that sparkle.
That's it, yeah.
Love it. You've got your beading thread, your monofilament, and also your clear elastic coming in this kit as well. And we're still not done. All those beautiful gemstones, all of those seed beads, and your threading material, plus, oops, go on. All of these findings. Amazing. Silver plated copper with your extra long feather weight head pins. Then you've got decorative head pins, which are like a little, bear with me, sorry. Oh, can't hold everything. Everything's falling over. Which are like little 4-leaf clovers, aren't they? See those? Little 4-leaf clovers. Then you've got your round head pins. You've got your length of chain. You've got 3 large toggle clasps. You've got your shepherd hooks, 2 pairs of those. Your jump rings, your crimps, your crimp covers, more spacer beads, and also those very dramatic circular sleepers. I call them sleepers, but they could also be your earring shepherd hooks as well. It's your Egyptian grace, so stunning array of blues, beautiful lustres and shapes, combining it with those gorgeous silvers. Wait till you see the pieces of jewellery that Sarah has created. Should be £36.20. That's an incredible deal. So it seems very, very affordable. Not £36.20 today. Wow. This is the most affordable kit that I've seen in I don't know how long. Have we got enough of these to go around? How many? 90. The tubes of seed beads are usually about £15 on their own. Yes. On that basis, you're getting the 3 strands of genuine gemstones, your threading pack, and all of your findings for about £3. For about £3, all of the gemstones, all of your threading material, all of the findings, £3. We have 90 of these available. Lots of you have put it in your baskets. I'm not even remotely surprised. I'm looking across to my right, and Sarah, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces of jewellery, very gem heavy.
Yes.
Heavy in your spacer beads as well.
Definitely, and I really went to town, and I still had a few of the spacer beads left over. I didn't have many, but I really went to town.
Oh, you have gone to town with them, and they really, and it shows, and it's amazing, and it's beautiful. But you'd pay about £15 for the tube on its own. Everything else is about £3. What can you buy for £3? Not a whole lot. Elizabeth, Eloise, Kent, Alison, Angela, Juanita, hello to you, Leslie Ann, hello to you, Christine, Oxfordshire, hello to you, Dorset, Alison, Maureen, Kathy, Elizabeth in Pembrokeshire, Shirley, Jackie, you're with me, Wendy. 90 is not a huge quantity. If I was to bring you right now, if I was to say, we're bringing you the seed beads, they would be approximately £15. They usually are. They usually are, and usually sell out at that price, by the way. The fact that we are not just bringing you 750 approximately of your seed beads, we're bringing you 3 strands of genuine gemstones, your pack of 3 threading material, plus over 100 of your silver-plated copper findings for an extra £3. I mean, it's one of the most affordable kits that I've seen.
And it's a kit that can go in so many different directions. I've kept it very, very much on one direction, but you can take it in so many different ways and use it in so many different mediums as well.
It's a classic kit. It's it's a Jewellery Maker classic kit that we kind of do with your threading pack, your beading, your gemstones, your findings. And look at these beautiful pieces that Sara has created. I'm loving the earrings. I love this piece. It's just amazing.
It is lovely. I really enjoyed making that.
I bet. Look how it falls. It's just stunning.
Yeah, and that all that took was a little bit of patience. That's all that took. Really.
So intricate.
Yeah.
And beautifully tactile.
It feels lovely.
Yeah, I bet it lays nice on the neckline as well. And again, look at this statement pendant that you've created. You can really feel that sort of structure. You've got a matching bracelet here. I love that. There's just using the white agate with the spaces to create that beautiful sort of crisp, colourless combination. So 2 pairs of gem heavy earrings, 2 gem heavy bracelets, 2 gem heavy neckline pieces, and also a ring for £17.95. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 divided by £17.95. What does that work out at? Janet in Manchester. Wow, couldn't resist that. I agree, Janet. Why would we at that price point? On that basis, it's cost you, Sara.
Yes.
Well, it hasn't cost you anything, but if you were to buy this kit, it would have cost you £2.56 per piece of jewellery.
You wouldn't even find earrings anywhere for that price, let alone, I mean, a neckline piece like that that's got, it's got time, it's got,
love,
workmanship and everything else
skill.
in there. Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah. We've got another message from Nicola and Kent. That kit would look amazingly fantastic with the blue opal. Gorgeous, yeah, it would. It would. It would look amazing with that. I totally agree. Stunning. And I just think it's the fact that you're getting everything else for approximately £3 on the basis that those tubes are sort of 15 and they sell out at that price tag. So much inspiration, and I wish we could go across every single thing that you've made here, Sara, but what is it that you're going to be demonstrating?
We're going to do the ring, which is a bit different to create a ring with these.
I love it. Do you know what I love the most? Is the fact that it curves.
It does.
I've got a black spinel ring which does that same shape. It's going to lay on, it's quite a big statement cocktail ring, but it actually curves.
Yes. So that's kind of, I made that piece and it started to curve like that. And I just sort of thought, oh, it sits beautifully against the finger.
Yeah, Kim, that's what I was just saying. I've got a ring that I've bought which is that shape. You've got some as well. Yeah, I've bought one, a black spinel sterling silver ring I bought from what was our sister channels. Love it, wear it all the time. Yeah. Wear it all the time. So you're going to be creating this, and there's hematite in there and your spacers as well.
There is. So we're using the dainty hematite and the spacers as well.
Love it.
Just amazing. Now, I made the ring at home on monofilament. But for the demo, I'm going to use my fire line because you can see it. It's a different colour.
Okay, purely demonstration reasons. That's right.
Yeah, and because you're using the monofilament, you actually get a little bit more tension in it when you're beading it, and that creates the curve. So you want to use the monofilament. You don't actually want to use the fire line.
Okay.
And the only other thing I'm using is a beading needle. Now, for this, because the beads have all got very large drill holes through, you could use a household needle. It wouldn't be a problem. Just make sure that you pick one that's got a really fine eye on it so it doesn't get any bigger towards the end. The first little section I'm going to do on monofilament just because that's what I've got loaded up. And all I've done is added 10 of my seed beads to it. And all I'm going to do is tie those into a circle. Now to do this, you're going to tie a surgeon's knot. Now you've probably seen me do these before. It's like an overhand knot, so you take the tail through the loop, but then you take the tail around and go back through the loop in the same direction a second time. And what this does is when you pull it, if you let go of that now, if that was a single knot, that would have just sprung back open again, that little circle. But it won't go anywhere, it'll hold its shape. And then you just tie another little overhand knot over the top of it. So that's the first little section. Get rid of that one. Here's one I prepared earlier, all done. And you can see I'm using the darker thread now so you can just see where I'm going.
Yeah, it's just for your benefit.
This is purely for demonstration purposes. Unless you wanted to have that thread showing. which might be part of your design. If you wanted to have a little bit of this showing, that would be absolutely fine. It would just create that little bit more of a vintage feel.
Yep.
So onto that, I've got my 10 beads tied into a little circle, and onto my thread I've added, these are my little recipes as we go, I like to call them recipes, 1 silver seed bead, 1 of our hematite and 1 of our seed beads. Now what we're going to do is I work with my circle in my fingers and I go anti-clockwise. My thread is coming out between 2 beads here. I'm going to skip the next seed bead and go through the one after it. Like so, and pull this up. Now what you want to do is make sure it pulls tight. Now if it doesn't, just drop the beads down to the end of the thread and then pull that tight like that, so you get this little tiny triangle forming.
Yes.
So I'm just going to do that again just to show you. So it's, and I always have my beads laid out on my mat like this so that you can just pick them up. I don't actually ever pick the beads up, I only ever pick them up with my needle.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to do it that way.
It is, because they're quite small. When you pick them up, you cover the holes with your fingertips. So
and if you are thinking, gosh, I'd really struggle to see those gemstones or the needle itself, you get one of our helping hands because they've got a magnifying glass on there, and all you need to do is position it like so, and you're away. I mean, that's the great way.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, the only reason I wear the glasses is because I'm working so far away from the beads. At home, you can get a bit closer, and you can also use a magnifier if you do find it difficult.
Absolutely.
But you know, definitely the magnifier is the way to go. I have one at home on my lamp, and that works perfectly.
Yep.
Okay, so I've basically missed the bead. I'm coming out of the bead, I've missed the bead next to it, and I'm going into the next one. So you're always skipping a bead. So I've cut the threads coming out here, I've skipped this bead, and I've gone through the next one across. So if I hold that still for you, hopefully you can be able to see that. And then I'm just going to pull that through, and again, make sure you push your beads right down to the thread and then pull it tight. If you find your thread comes loose in between, just catch it between your fingers like that, and that will keep the tension while you're picking up the next one.
Okay.
So you're going to go all the way around until you've done all your beads.
So repeating that same wonderful pattern. While Sarah does that, we have got opportunities for you to incorporate maybe sort of flashes of gold or another form of the wonderful blues with this fabulously chatoyant gemstone. It is your tiger's eye. Now, many countries actually regard tiger's eye as one of the most valuable gemstones, and I understand that because it's a very visual gem, isn't it?
It is.
It's, you can understand, you know, why it's so highly regarded in the industry. And up until, gosh, maybe a month or so ago, I never actually thought, I'd never seen coloured tiger's eye previously before. I would have imagined that tiger's eye, if you'd have coloured it in some way, then you'd have lost the chatoyancy. Quite the opposite, in actual fact. It can enhance the chatoyancy. You're getting 3 strands here of your beautiful tiger's eye in the yellow, the blue, and also in that lovely red. All 4mm round, so would work great with all of these designs.
Gosh, yes, definitely. Would work perfectly with them.
And perfect with these seed beads as well, because I think you've got that right difference of dimension, haven't you?
Sometimes it's nice to have that difference in size. So, you know, these are 2mm by 3, so they're having that extra bit of size. It's great for if you want to do things like the bracelet I've done.
Lovely. They'd be lovely for the bracelet as well. Yeah, fabulous. And it's the chatoyancy, it's the movement that you get. It's as the light glides across the surface of the gemstones, you actually see a wonderful phenomenon. Light being captured within those tiny inclusions that give you a visual effect that looks like the gemstone is actually migrating or moving. For each of those are 4mm in their plain round shape, in their plain shape, so non-faceted, which is often, in my eyes, it's the best way to bring you tiger's eye, because any facets, I'm not saying they definitely would, but could prevent that migration.
That's it, and at this size you want that overall travel of the chatoyancy around the gemstone.
Yeah. I love the fact that we're both saying migration, travel. It is a movement, isn't it, internally? Fantastic, well done. Let's bring that price tag in for you. Busy. 0800 644 655 should be £11.85. That's a deal already.
It is.
For tiger's eye.
It is.
3 strands, all 4mm in their size for £8.95. I haven't got the overall carat weight here. Do you have that? Kim's just going to have a little look for you. The overall carat weight, because Tiger's Eye is measured in carats, fabulous deal, £8.95.
That's amazing. And it's great because this is a really versatile gemstone because it works both for the boys and the girls.
It really does. 105 carats in total. Multi-buys, I'm not surprised. It will work amazingly well with Sarah's design. So thank you, Sarah, for just allowing everybody to bring those, because it would work incredibly with the silver and also with gold if you've got those spacer beads in gold. Fantastic. So have you finished going
I've gone
all the way around?
So I've got a little starlet at the moment, and all I've done is when I've gone through the last one is I've stepped up, and what that means is I've gone through the first of my silver and the blue to come out on the top row. So instead of going around that inner circle, I'm now coming out of this top row.
Okay.
So the little triangles we've just added. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add in between the 2 blue beads 5 of my silver spacer beads, and we're going round again in a circlet. So you've added 5 there. We've gone round and gone through the blue hematite. So I'm going to swap to my other little demo so you can see what happens when you go all the way around. So I've got practically all the way around. So I'm just going to add the last 5 of my seed beads. 1, 2. This is where you do need to count, because if you get it wrong, you end up unpicking it. So I've gone round, and I'm going to go back through my blue hematite bead again. And you literally carry on going around in that semicircle. And again, pull that tight so you can see. Now I've got the basis of that part of my ring. And you can see how that beautifully sits. Now, if you've done this in the monofilament, you'll naturally have that curve. And that's come from keeping really good tension as you go and actually pulling your thread really tight as you go. So then what I decided is I needed to add on the ring part of my, so that it'll actually attach to my finger. So what I did was go and step up again, and all step up means is go to the outer part of the bit that you've just added. So in this case, I've got a point in the middle of those 5 beads, which is the 3rd one along. I'm just going to come out there, and I needed to make the ring shank come to 2 of the petals on one side and this point here on the other, so it would sit properly, because if I went from there to this one, it wouldn't have that symmetry. So I needed to sort of come between these 2 points here, and to do that what I did was I added 9, this is where this, so 9 of my seed beads onto here. So 6, 7, 8, and I have to count because I can't do it without counting, onto there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back and I'm going to go through the other point of that petal and pull those through. And the reason I've done an odd number is when I come back round from the opposite side to bring that back, I'll have a central point on this bead.
I know what you mean.
To catch on to.
Sort of a dart, I suppose.
Yes. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to sew back through to the opposite side. So
Okay.
do you want to?
Okay, so you're just literally
I'm just gonna
going back through everything.
Yes.
Now you were threading on gemstones there, and again, we were saying that you can use a magnifying glass, which makes life easier if you want to visually, or if you struggle with dexterity, this is fantastic for threading on.
Yes.
I know that you absolutely adore this product, Sarah.
I do.
I think we have done so many demonstrations together with you using this, and I'd very much like you to demo it again if you wouldn't mind.
Yes, definitely, not a problem.
Is that okay?
Yes.
Have you not seen it, Kimbo? It's loads of fun.
Right, what I'm going to do is if I pop it on here and I'll pop my seed beads into it.
Yeah, so this is what you're getting. It's called our bead spinner. Solid wood, and look how beautiful it is. Look how beautiful it is, the curve.
This is a beautifully made tool. I just can't believe how well made this is. The
It is
quality
lovely.
is amazing.
It's kind of like a spinning top.
Yes.
And you are getting the needles as well.
Yes.
So, and the needles, I've actually got kind of like a little shepherd's hook on the bottom. Can you see? They curve upwards. And there is a reason for that. So Sarah's literally just threaded all of your spacer beads, which could be gemstones, can be anything, can't it? Into there. Now you can use these beading threads, or if you're a wire worker, then you might thread onto those as well.
Yeah.
And it works so simply. So you're, Sarah, just replicating that shepherd hook design.
I am. I've got a piece. This is 0.6 wire because that's what I happen to have lurking by me. And all I've done is replicated the shape of the needles in the wire. Okay, so it's just like a little fish hook. If you imagine seeing that. So you can see they've just done that in the wire. What you need to do is when you put your seed beads in, sometimes they'll sit and they won't be evenly distributed round your bowl. All you do to distribute them is if you twist it one way and then back on itself like that, and just shimmy them all out. So
we'll have a shimmy.
So they're all evenly distributed. Now I will say that the technique works better if you've got more beads in your dish than you need. So if you've got a whole tube of seed beads, put the whole tube in, even if you're only going to be loading maybe 20 or 30 at a time.
Yes.
Because the more you've got in there, the more you're going to be able to catch on your
Absolutely.
on
I
your
love
hook.
the fact that my shimmy didn't even slightly derail you.
No, I'm so used to you. I've got 2 kids.
You're used to me.
Nothing
She's probably
phases
just like
me.
that. Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So what you're aiming for is to get the point of your needle or your hook to be going in a direction to which the beads are coming towards it.
Kim is like, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to see this.
My kids love this, but they go too fast and then the beads sort of try to...
Yeah, you don't want... Yeah, there is a certain...
There is a certain speed. So when you first start, you want a nice gentle speed. So you can see I haven't got so the beads are all shooting up the side of the dish. As you get more professional, you'll go a little bit faster. And you can see they've just moved out a little bit of the bowl.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so I'm going to stop that. And I'm moving, because I'm right-handed, I'm going to put the hook in so it's facing away from me. I want the beads to come towards me, so I'm going to turn it
clockwise.
in a clockwise direction. So turn that, and then you put your hook in there. I'm just going to do it a little bit more. Can you see them jumping up the wire if I hold that out? Can you see?
Look at that!
There we go. I need to do a contest with somebody with a needle and a thread and see how quickly they can get that many beads on there, because I don't know, it won't be that quickly.
They're fab! Yeah, if you were to literally put them on by
hand, it wouldn't be that quickly. And literally, it does take practice. I will say that when I first got this, I thought, oh my goodness. But you need to get that hook
at the right angle, I suppose.
At the right point. And it depends what beads you're using, because, there we go. You can see how quickly that is.
Does it matter about size? Can you use any seed bead size?
The seed beads need to be able to hop onto whatever material you're using, so they need to be able to get onto the needles or onto your wire.
The only measurement restriction would be between the wire and the needle, or and the gemstones itself, not the bead spinner itself.
No.
So
I mean, I've used 4mm agate beads. Absolutely no problem. Faceted ones, no problem. I would say you'd want rounds probably, but you probably would get rondelles to do the same thing, because they'll just hop onto the needle.
Yeah.
It'll actually push it.
now I've seen Sarah use this before quite a few times, and I know you love it. But I've never actually brought it on air before, as in to sell. So I'm very, very excited.
Oh, nice.
Kim has been with you for 5 years as a producer, and she's saying I've never seen it before. It should be coming your way at £16.90. Don't forget, you are getting the needles with this as well. You don't have to use the needles. Sarah's using wire. However, it is the product that is associated to this specific bead spinner. And there's 5 different needles in there. Not £16.90. £12.95.
Amazing value. Amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to save you so much time, and dare I say pain. Yeah, it is a bit painful sometimes when you've got to thread on loads and loads and loads of seed beads. This really does eliminate those pains. I mean, I was with Laura Binding yesterday, and if you give Laura, look how many you've done.
No.
That's amazing.
So it's a bracelet's worth in seconds.
And then you can go on and thread those onto something like monofilament, clear elastic.
Yeah, I mean, I could take my needle, I'd take my needle and just take them off the wire with my needle.
Like so.
Just take them straight back off again. So, you know, instead of picking them up off the mat, if I hold that like that,
Just let gravity do its thing.
And you know, like we say, leave your beads on your beading thread because you can just take them off. Well, you can just take your beading needle back down there.
Yeah.
Straight back in the same direction. Look, I picked 3 up straight away.
Yeah,
very
amazing.
quickly.
Tons and tons and tons of you there. Well done to every single one of you. Yeah, I was saying Laura Binding yesterday. If you give Laura Binding seed beads, if you're watching Laura, my lovely, she's like that. Not because she doesn't love seed beads, but because
they can be fiddly.
They're very fiddly. So, for example, I have got no patience. No patience. Yeah, if you haven't got patience, seed beads are probably not your thing.
Well, it depends because, you know, as I say, if you've got the bead spinner, you can do technique. So that piece of wire that I've got all the beads on there, what I would do with that, if you're sort of the person who doesn't have patience but wants something that looks really intricate, do 3 of those, do a little loop at the end of each one, plait them.
Lovely.
And you've got a plaited bracelet that's got structure to it, and that takes minutes.
So many of you there. Have we got quantity of these, Kimbo? We had 99. It is going very, very, very quickly. I've never brought you the bead spinner before, or the needles for that matter, and I certainly wasn't expecting it to be that kind of price tag. It is solid wood, and it's beautifully carved, isn't it, as well?
Sorry, I've stolen it.
Yeah. Hey, give that back, you.
Sorry.
You can actually see the quality of it, and it does lift up, doesn't it?
It does, yeah, it does lift up. If you know, if for whatever reason, you know, it's not spinning as well you want, if you put a little bit of talcum powder underneath there, it just makes it go even smoother.
Talc?
Yes, yes.
That's a top tip.
Yeah, I mean, it is beautifully made, and you shouldn't have any problems at all. But I, you know, being a crafter, I take my stuff everywhere, and sometimes you get, you know, a little bit of
dust
debris
or something like that. Yeah, absolutely.
Just make sure it's clean underneath.
Lovely. You can actually feel the quality of it, and it is one solid piece of wood. Well, obviously the separate parts, but you can see the shape and the curve. Lovely, absolutely lovely. Well done to every single one of you. So, so you've done now.
I have. I've sewn through from where we added the 9 beads. I don't know what that is on my finger. Get rid of it. Thrown through from this side all the way through to the point on the opposite side. And then what I'm doing is I'm just adding a little recipe. I'm just going to move this down because it moved. A little recipe of 3 of the silver beads and 1 of the blues to make the ring shank the size that I want. Now I'm just going to guess what this will be the right size. Now, how I measured this at home was I popped this onto my finger and then sort of let it drape around like that until I got it to the right size. Okay, so I'm just guessing the size for this one, but you'll be able to measure the size at home. If you can't do it like that and hold all the beads together, what you can do is just use a little piece of wire and measure your finger.
Yeah,
with a little piece of wire, and then lay it out against the set of beads. So, for demonstration purposes, we'll say that's enough beads. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to find, from where we added the beads, I'm going to find the centre, which is this one here, and go back through, that central bead, and pull that tight, like that, to bring that through. And then I'm going to go back through in the opposite direction, so right back through all of these beads to create extra strength in there.
Yeah, double it up, yeah.
And then what I would do is just go back through your seed bead work, go through and tie off in half hitch knots. So if I just get my beading needle to a place where I can do that and show you, bear in mind mine's not been tightened up. So if I just go through here.
How lovely that is, and look at the difference between the threads. So, like you said, if you want it to lay across your finger, then this is actually more suitable for that.
That's it. If you use, there is a white version of the fire line as well, or a crystal version, I believe we do. So I've got to a point in the design where I've got 2 threads crossing underneath. So this little point here where the blue intersects all the silver beads, I know that I've got 2 threads running through there in opposite directions, and that's a perfect place to tie this design off. The reason you want to do it there is if you do it on a single thread, what will happen with a knot is it can just slide down the thread you've tied across. But if you tie it where 2 intersect, one thread might pull one way and then one the other way, but the knot can't move down either of those threads. And the way we do this is with what's called a half hitch. Now, the way I do it is I put my needle through where those 2 threads are going to be crossing, and then I take the thread underneath my needle. So it's facing to my right, I'm going over the top of the needle, underneath and back to my right. So basically just putting a little loop over my needle. That's going to create the half hitch knot. Now as I pull this through, I'm making sure that that loop of thread is actually going where I want it to do. And to do that, I put my nail where I don't want it to go this way and keep an eye on it so it's not going that way.
Yeah.
And then just pull that tight. So that's my first little half hitch knot in. I would then go down, travel down to the next crossing point and do another little half hitch.
Just all added security, isn't it?
And just keep going around. And the more you sew these, the firmer the design will become and the tighter the beads will be on each other. So it will create that lift for you that we're looking for if you're doing it on the monofilament, and that curve. But also it will strengthen the back of the ring for you. And I would probably go through these beads probably 2 or 3 times just to make sure I've got plenty of threads through there.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt, does it?
Because this is the bit that's going to move more than anything else. That's where I want the strength to be. This part here has already got integral strength because we've sewn through it in lots of different directions, but this part I would sew through 2 or 3 times.
And that's the part, like I said, you're going to be applying pressure to put on and off. Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. I've not seen that technique actually incorporated with the ring. Well done to every single one of you. Just to recap, an amazing deal for the fact that the spacer beads alone are usually sort of around £15 for one of those tubes. Now, are you a rose gold or a coppery tone person? Do you prefer that wonderful hue? Or maybe you adore both, but you like to mix and match them. Again, you saw the demonstration there with Sara, just how easy these spacer beads can actually be attached to a needle or a stretch of wire. This is the rose gold plated seed beads, and they are 3mm round. 600 you actually get in a tube, and it's exactly the same method and technique to sort of attach them. And I've seen, Sara, I was lucky enough to film your DVD with you, your seed bead DVD, which is all about these seed beads.
It is all about those seed beads.
Nothing else?
No.
And you use the bead spinner in there, you use these tubes in there, and you literally tip them all out and thread it on reels and reels and reels of seed beads to create these most amazing, amazing designs. If you've not got the DVD, I'd recommend it.
It's not out yet. It's due out soon.
Not?
No, it's not out yet. Got to keep them waiting for that one. It's not out yet, but it will be soon.
I just let the cat out the bag?
Well, you know, good things have got to be said.
Sorry.
It's
obviously no cats are in any bags, but just letting you know, I am an animal lover, without shadow of a doubt. Oh, well, there we are, giving you a little bit of a sneaky heads up of what's coming your way. You'll need to stock up on your seed beads because, believe me, it's very addictive and just very designer looking jewellery.
Yes, definitely. And you know, you could do tone on tone, or you can mix and match all your metallic tones together, which just looks beautiful.
Love it, love it, love it. The tubes, you can see just how, if I turn it like so, look how many you get in one I suppose, full circumference, one layer of these tubes. That you're getting 600 in there. They're gorgeous, glossy, blush pinks of your seed beads. Again, you can alternate it, you can incorporate it into the kit as well. As per usual, I mean, this morning we've been bringing you some stupendous deals. Usually, these are, you know, you have to invest certainly £15+ for these kind of tubes. For 600, I mean, that's well over a metre's length.
Oh, crikey, I think I've hardly touched that tube, and
You've got
loads on there.
Loads. Coming your way, £12.95. If you actually measured it out, and we've not done this, have we?
Do you know I'm going to have to do it? I'm going to have to do it with one of these tubes and measure it out and put it onto wire and see how big it is. Because when we made the DVD, I did that, and you saw how...
There was loads, absolutely loads. And again, it was all wrapped around, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's all wrapped back
sort of wrapped back around the reel. There was so many on there, and you made so many pieces of jewellery with it as well. Because again, they're 3mm, but they have got... they carry a visual size, if you know what I mean, because they're so beautifully reflective. Well done, £12.95 only to get hold of this. Absolutely amazing. And again, we'll work with the hematite, we'll work with the quartzite and the agates that are in this kit and the previous kit as well. Beautiful. Okay, so we've made the beautiful ring.
Yes.
Is there something else we can quickly demonstrate?
Yes,
because
definitely.
we've got a few more minutes.
A few more minutes, perfect. Right, let's do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly demonstrate for you the bracelet there.
This one here?
Yes, just purely because it's a bit different. I'll leave the seed beads there. I might need my bead spinner back with my beads.
You can have your bead spinner back.
And I'm just going to grab some beading thread. Sorry, bear with. There we go. I'm going to use
I put
gold.
you on the spot now, haven't I?
No, it's fine. I shall use the gold because...
But if we can get more tutorials out of Sarah, the better.
That's fine, no problem. So, I'm going to use the blue as well. I'm just going to change it up.
Yeah.
There we go, because that's what I've got.
Sorry, I've just put the bead spinner right in front of you there. That's not very helpful, is it?
Well, not really, if you want to see. Okay, so what I've got here is I'm going to do the scalloped bracelet. And the difference with the scalloped bracelet is sometimes when you do scallops around beads, they have a tendency to move. And not sit flat. So this technique allows those to sit flat, which makes you have a beautiful neckline piece or bracelet piece. So what I'm doing is I'm starting a ladder weave. Now the way I start my ladder weave or my right angle weave is I put 4 beads on, because that's the basis of each unit, is it's 4 beads. So I'm going to cross over through my 4th bead and pull down to the centre. So I end up with a little diamond shape. Now the way I was taught this is you always do it as if you're making floors of a house on top of each other.
Yes, I've heard you say that before, actually. I've heard you say that
Yes.
it progresses the same way that a house build would.
Yes. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab, there we go, and I'm going to drop a bead down on either side. So these are my walls for my next story, and I've already got the floor there, and then the ceiling is the extra bead which we're going to cross through. So when I pull that, and don't worry if this curls up, because once we start putting the extra beads in, that will the tension will sort it out. If you do find these curl, if you just roll your finger across the top, like this, just roll your fingers across the top, it just sorts the threads out and it stops the tension inside the beads. So I'm just going to do one more and then I'm going to show you how to add the seed beads on. So it's 1 bead on either side of your thread and a 3rd bead which can go on either side, and we're going to cross through the 3rd bead. So you might have heard of this as quadrant weave, ladder weave, right angle weave, and you can see that the reason it's called right angle weave is each bead is sitting at a right angle to each other. Okay.
Lovely.
Okay, so to get the beads to sit beautifully on the side is what you're going to do is you're going to add 9 of the seed beads, and I'm just using my beading thread as the beading needle. Now again, if I already had them loaded, I could just take them off whatever I've got, but I'm just going to take them off my beading mat for now.
It's my fault for spontaneously throwing this demonstration
That's
at you.
okay. 7, 8, 9. And so the first one, you're going to put 9 beads on.
Absolute professional.
Going to put 9 beads on my first loop. And this is the only time I'll put 9 beads on. And I'm going to go through my 2nd bead down. There we go. So that creates that first little scallop. Now what I did on mine is I used a bead stopper and I did all the beads on one strand. So I did 9 on this side and then 9 on that side and then added the beads back
so
in.
I was going to say, would you come this way?
Yes.
And then you go back the other way because
Yes.
you're kind of sewing, I guess, through that central.
Yes. So if you imagine I've put 9 beads on this side and done the other side scallop, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop the bead through because you've seen me add 9 beads onto this side.
Yeah.
And I actually did this on monofilament on that piece of jewellery rather than beading thread. But it will work just the same on beading thread, it'll just have a little bit more structure. So if you imagine there was 9 little beads on that side, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my work over, I'm going to take this thread through, my mother would be telling me off for not saying the words properly, the first 2 beads, seed beads, on that little scallop. Whoop. Oh, come along. There we go. Oh, they don't want to go today.
It's not plain ball.
I'm just going to cut the end of this thread because it's got a little bend on it. That's probably what's causing the issue. There we go. And through the first. It's always the way. You want 2 and it goes through 3. There we go. Through the first 2 beads of that scallop, like so. And by doing that, this is going to make this scallop sit so it can't flap around. Because sometimes when you put these little scallops on, what it happens to do is when you pick up a bracelet or a neckline piece, they either move forwards or backwards. So now I've got through the first 2 already. What I'm going to do is only add 7 because I've already got 2 from the previous scallop. So adding those 5, 6, 7.
Ah, yes, you've got 2 which are sort of nestled down.
Yes, that I've already gone through. So these 2 I've already gone through. So there's 9 there.
Yeah.
Gone through the first 2, so to get the same number coming through the next one, I've added 7.
Okay, that makes sense.
That would be the way you go all the way down the bracelet. So for the first 2 scallops on either side, you'd add 9, cross through, then go through the first 2 existing ones and 7 for the second scallop. And that's how you would go down the bracelet. All I did was when I got to the either end is use, because I was using monofilament, I tied it off as we did with the ring, with lots of little half-hitch knots, exactly the same, where the threads were crossing. And then what I did at the other end here is I used another piece of beading thread, took it through this end bead to create 2 pieces of beading thread going in this direction and added 5 seed beads to either side, drew it through another one of my larger beads, both ends, and then added my clasp with a crimp bead.
Fantastic, love that, and it is a very embellished piece.
Yes.
We have got a text message in for you about the amount of seed beads you get in these tubes approximately from Michelle in County Durham. Morning, lovely ladies. 600 beads, 3mm each, should be about 1 metre. See, you're good at maths. Someone's good at maths. I'm rubbish at maths, so I couldn't actually work out that in my head. Should be about 1 metre and 80 centimetres. Loving the seed bead techniques. It is a beautiful technique, and it's a great way of adding sparkle, texture, making your gemstones go that little bit further. Thank you for texting in, Michelle, and a very good morning to you. Now we can squeeze one more opportunity in before the top of the hour. Don't forget we have got kyanite coming up. Now, this is, without doubt, one of those opportunities that I don't miss it. Please don't miss it. I truly believe that kyanite is going to be the next big blue. I'll talk some more about during the Star Bites coming up at 11 o'clock. But before that, we can squeeze in one more opportunity. And these are, oh, look at that one just looped on there. It doesn't matter. Show you. You can see that they are actually your open jump rings, and they are precision cut, so they meet beautifully. If that one's just decided to attach itself, so but that's absolutely fine. So all of our chainmail workers out there, they're essentials for any jewellery maker. You do need your jump rings. These are the 7mm gauge, and you're getting 50 in a pack with your solid sterling silver and the gold overlay. So chainmail lovers out there, you're all to be on the phone lines, I'd imagine. Those of you that are thinking, I need jump rings desperately for my stash, because we do need them. They are absolute essentials. Our jump rings, and please don't think, those that are new to jewellery making, a jump ring is not the same as another jump ring. There are various different degrees of quality, and I'm not just talking about the precious metal, the precision cut, the fact that they do meet beautifully, which, you know, especially if you're working with your beading thread or your monofilament or something like that, which is a little bit finer, can slip through. So you do want it to have that real security. 50 in a pack, gorgeous precious metal with your yellow gold overlay. $9.95. I mean, if you're creating sort of a standard jewellery beading design,
yes,
how many jump rings would you need?
Oh, probably about 4 or 5.
There we go.
By the time I've added my clasp on and put various places to hang things. So the little pendant in the middle there, I actually sewed 2 jump rings, the little round pendant.
Yeah, I can see that.
As I made it, I sewed 2 of the jump rings into the actual design, and then added another 2 onto it to add the chain through. So I actually created the bail, and then I used 2 on the back to attach the clasp.
Yeah,
So 6
it
in
makes it lay wonderfully. Again, you use them for earrings, use them for bracelets. They are an absolute essential must-have. £9.95 for all of that sterling silver. Fabulous, beautiful buttery gold. And again, if you are a chain mailer, if you are... I'm trying to think of all the different mediums that use jump rings. Pretty much everyone.
Well, everything that, you know, if you need to attach a clasp to anything, you're going to use a jump ring to do it, pretty much, unless it's a piece of beading thread that can go through the loop in the clasp itself. But I always use a jump ring when I attach that, because it just creates extra movement on the clasp, which makes it easier to put on. And it makes the bracelet sit better as well.
It does make the bracelet sit nicer, I totally agree. Sometimes pieces can twist, and if it does twist and it doesn't fall right, earrings in particular, they can do that. If they're twisting and they're not pointing in the right direction, then sometimes it can actually spoil the enjoyment of actually wearing them. Fabulous, well done. Do stay where you are on those phone lines and make sure you do check out. Now, we've got much more there's still quantity. I've just got to move on because we have got one of the most exciting opportunities. We're talking rare, and not just the fact that this gemstones it forms in a very obscure way. It's so incredibly difficult to cut. That's why kyanite is so rarely seen. Coming your way are gemstones which does suffer with imperfections. Not today.
Here at Jewellery Maker, we love seeing your jewellery creations, learning about your inspiration and reading your blogs. If you write your own craft or jewellery blog, then we'd love to hear from you. Simply tweet us at jewellery_maker UK with your blog link and we'll be in touch.
There are 4 easy ways to stay in touch with Jewellery Maker. You can like our Facebook page and join a community of over 54,000 people. You can follow us on Twitter and tweet us your messages and opinions, send photos of your designs and enter our Wall of Fame competition. Or if you need any help or advice, you can email our friendly help team. Make sure to get involved and stay up to date with Jewellery Maker. Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates for items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from Jewellery Maker.
Do you want to tell everyone about the great purchase you've made from Jewellery Maker? Do you want to shout about the great service you've received? Then why not download the Jewellery Maker's Viewer's Voice app, available for iPhone or Android, and record a video that could be played on Jewellery Maker. Simply search Jewellery Maker Viewer's Voice in the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store and download our Viewer's Voice app straight to your phone or tablet. You can record as many videos as you like and send them straight to us here at Jewellery Maker. All you have to do is then carry on watching us as usual and wait for your video to be played. Download the JM Viewer's Voice app and you could be the next face we see here on Jewellery Maker.
Are you new to jewellery making? Not sure where to start? Not sure what materials you'll need? Then tune into Jewellery Maker between 7 PM and 9 PM throughout January for our Get Started show. We'll guide you through how to get started with step-by-step tutorials. Our talented designers will give you advice, inspiration and introduce you to new mediums. Start off the new year with a new hobby.
Welcome back, everybody. Wow, what an opportunity for everybody to get hold of the gemstone that I label as the next big blue. If we think about all of the blue gemstones, and blue is the most popular colour of gemstone in the world, think of your tanzanites, think of your sapphires, this gorgeous gemstone, or iolite even, there's another example, lapis lazuli. This gorgeous gemstone is certainly some of the rarest. It forms in a few different locations. You can get this from Nepal, you can get it in Brazil, and it also comes in different colours. More frequently than not, it is totally and utterly natural, but it is a gemstone that does suffer. Now, when I say suffer, it can be very heavily included. It can suffer with colour zoning, banding, because the gemstone's crystal structure not only forms in two different directions, two different cleavages. So if you looked at a sort of a rough piece of a kyanite, you would see some crystals which are very, very, very obviously horizontal and some which are vertical, which makes it exceedingly difficult to facet. But within those prismatic crystals, you have almost got very definite veining, so it's exceedingly difficult to have the quality and the consistency of colour that you're about to see. From point A to point B, top or bottom, whichever way you look at it, you will see that consistency of colour. No dark stages, no black inclusions, no sort of really pale and insipid tones. It's the fluidity. That's a great way of actually describing it. Fluidity of blue. Now, kyanite, that actually stems from the Greek word of kyanos, which does literally mean deep blue. It's a sensual gemstone. It's a velvety gemstone, and it is so incredibly rare. If you do believe in myth and legend, and I'm not suggesting that they are absolutely true, locals in Nepal, if you imagine that location in the Himalayas, firstly, it's very dramatic scenery, heights is one big thing, high altitudes. Nepalese people actually believe this is a protective gemstone. They actually gift a kyanite to their young, and you keep hold of that kyanite and you gradually upgrade it through your years, because it's believed to protect you from falling, which I absolutely love the sentiment behind that. But the quality that you are about to see, it's no surprise that this brand new opportunity, there are less than 50 of these available. Look at the sheer dimensions and the sheer size. Look at the intensity of blues. Like I said, luxurious, sensual, velvety blues, the consistency from literally every point on these wonderfully faceted top drill pairs. The fact that you could just take one of those, put them on some of your luxurious findings, maybe incorporate diamonds. I would certainly imagine the calibre of this strand could absolutely warrant that. And you've got a pair of earrings which could easily command the price tag that you're about to pay for the entire strand. 112 carats of natural kyanite. This is a gemstone which more often than not, it can sometimes be actually treated, but more often than not is actually beautifully natural. But you can understand why. You can absolutely understand why this gemstone, given all its complexities, given the fact it's a polymorph gemstone, I haven't mentioned that earlier, it's a mixture between andalusite and silimonite. Given the fact that it's elongated crystal structure, forms in very obscure way, the complexities of faceting, the non-consistency of colour, you can understand why kyanite in its faceted form is very, 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 very rarely seen. Pure and simple. Pure and simple. The reason for that? Rarity, quality, and the cutting process. We have 33 of these available in the world. Double-stranded, as you can see, pairs of earrings straight away. That's what I'm thinking. A pair of earrings, 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 a pair of earrings. And I'm seeing, if this is a business, if this is your business, I'm seeing those pound signs stack up. But as a collector, I truly think that this is one of those unmissable opportunities. We haven't got another strand like it. We haven't got another strand like it, and I highly doubt that we'll be able to bring you another strand like this anytime soon. That would be too euphoric. We don't just stumble across carat weights, kyanite of this quality. It is going to go straight down to its amazing introductory price point. I will count them for you as well. They measure over the standard calibration. 7 by 5 is usually the sort of shape that you see with most gemstones in a set piece of jewellery. These are 9 by 6, every single one of them, and you have got loads packed onto this strand, all demonstrating that intensity and consistency of colour. $59.95 only for quality kyanite. If it's not you, it'll certainly be coming home with myself, just merely because I wouldn't even necessarily make it into jewellery. I would be putting this in the safe at home, just sitting on it. I'm not allowed to say that I would, because I don't know, but I'm labelling it excuse me, as the next big blue gemstone. Sally, Anna, Somerset, Mary, Agnes Multibuying, Pamela, William and Diane, you've got yours. Well done. Linda in Merseyside, you are very close. I can't stress how limited we are in terms of quantity. This is never going to be, and I do mean that, never ever ever going to be a gemstone where we can bring you masses of quality like this at a substantial quantity. To be honest, 33 is just an incredible quantity when you've got so many on here. We've got a text message coming in. Margaret in 5, morning JM, I have never seen kyanite so beautiful. Ah, Margaret, that's lovely. I'm delighted for you, my darling. When you get this home, it's going to be even more incredible. Let me just count this, because I want to see how many there are. I'm going to lay it out onto my velvet pad for a second, just the quality of the gemstone. You know, make sure you look after it. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, wow, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50. You've got 51 solitaires, which the standard size calibration of a gemstone, whether it be kyanite, whether it be your coloured gemstones generally. Have you heard of a 7 by 5? 7 by 5 oval, obviously. 7 by 5 oval cut. It tends to be the more generic, more highly used dimensions. This is over that, and you've got 51. That's working out at how many? 117 per kyanite. Of this quality. Of this amazing quality. Kyanos, the Greek word for deep blue, and it definitely is one of those wonderful deep blue gemstones. I love a gem which has got complexity behind it. I suppose it's just, to me, it just adds to the intrigue. The fact that this gem, we are down to the final third. We've got less than 10 of these available, and again, if you can still do it, if you've just tuned in and you're shopping with us on the phone lines or even on the web, you can still do it, but there are single figure quantities right now. If you facet it one way, if you cut the gemstone maybe on the long axes, get this fascinates me. The hardness can be between 4 and 4.5 on the Mohs scale. If you cut it perpendicular, then it goes up then to 7 to 7.5 on the Mohs scale. How amazingly complex is this gem? It's just, that's why it's a challenge, and very few lapidarists in the world can actually bring it to you. Karen, Deborah, Christine, well done. Herefordshire, collectors, anonymous collectors, Linda, you've done it. I've got Kent with me, West Yorkshire with me, and again, anonymous telephone callers, well done. Still a couple of those available, but it's going to sell out by the top of the day. Well done to every single one of you. Now, again, it's going right next to me here on my T-bar, along with everything else that I plan on buying today. Yeah, as soon as you said sunstone, Kimbo, I knew which one you meant. It's gorgeous. A sunstone has got, it's almost like Mother Nature has taken loads of glitter and encased it. You get flashes, don't you? I do. Amazing flashes of colour. Or an alternative, maybe a more luxurious way of describing it would be to golden leaf, kind of encased, that kind of look. This, and the more of that, the more sparkle, the better. 32 carats of faceted, natural African sunstone. Look at those flashes of sparkle. Flashes of sparkle. It's a combination of peaches and pinks with lovely sparkle. Just incredible. Absolutely incredible and natural. Look, what would you do with this, Sarah?
You know, I'd love to mix and match this with some smoky quartz, just because then you get that sort of chocolate and fire together.
Yeah, it is. It's quite spicy, it's very sensual, this colour. You can imagine it being very aromatic if a gemstone did actually have a scent. You can imagine sort of, it's Moroccan, it reminds me of Morocco or something like that.
But equally then, I mean, you know, when you think about those Moroccan and sort of that sort of part of the world colours, you know, about using your deep blues.
It's using all your senses and things like that, isn't it? Yeah, just amazing. This wonderful gemstone, it's a type of feldspar, and you see incredible adolescence, lots and lots of sparkle. Look, I mean, look, even when we're out of focus on the camera, you can see those flashes of red. And the more adolescence, the more sparkle, the more sort of glittery like appearances that you see within your sunstone, the better the quality. Straight away, Susan, hello to you. Dawn, Yorkshire, Sarah, lovely to be with you. Web bidders, I'm noticing that there is all web bidders currently on the getting involved and making confirmations. Is that because they know where this is going to, Kim? Oh, wait. Dawn, Susan, Yorkshire, Sarah, London. Actually, you think it's this, don't you? We've got 200 of these available. So it's a massive quantity auction. Not coming your way at £8.95 for the quality of your sunstone. This is a Gems of Distinction strand to me. I'd be using this alongside your very, very high-end gemstones. I love sunstone. I love the fact that it is, quite distinctive. You can use it with fabulous, fiery, intense gemstones like your fire opal, which there's not many out there which will actually hold their own against a fire opal.
That's right, and you know, it's just, if you've never had this gemstone home before, please do try get a strand of this home, because it's mesmerising.
Oh, it really is.
It really is. It just draws you in and you cannot put it down.
No, you can't. And again, it loves to show off. It's a show-off gemstone, and what I mean by that is in different lighting, it's just going to look amazing. Under candlelight, you'll see those really warm, intense reds. Yes. And then under sunlight, though, all that internal sparkle, the kind of glittery like fire that you get with this wonderful gemstone starts coming out. Almost everybody's chosen to multi-buy. I'm not surprised. Hello to you, Anne, Davinia. Hello to you, Jolanta. Hello to you, Sally, Sylvia, Staffordshire, Kerry, Wendy, Cheshire, Mary, Anna, Dawn, Susan, Sarah. Lovely to be with you. I've got Karen, Diane, Sharon, Carol, Christine, Margaret, Yorkshire, Anne, and another Susan there. Lovely to be with you. Lauren in Anglesey has just bought 3 of these. There are tons of you getting involved. I personally am thinking your yellow gold findings with these, but equally rose gold would look amazing. Silver would look amazing.
It would. I mean, this gemstone can take any of your finding colours. But I'm just thinking, if you've got those gem prangs, just a couple in between, maybe do sort of a goddess style where you've got the 2 strands coming through and it almost alternates the sort of stepped look.
It'd be fantastic, and I've got a massive quantity. That's the sole reason that we can explain this price. So do grab it whilst you can. You know, this tea bar that I've got to my right, this is not just, you know, so that we can, okay, we've got this coming brand new, amazing. It's also my shopping list. And I have got, look, how can I not? 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 Everything. I mean, and this is going right on there. I'm not willing to part with it. I'm not willing to part with it. And I know it's only going to get better when you get this home. Please don't think this is a £6.95 strand in terms of its true worth. Moving on to, is it this? There are 25. It's going to be a sellout. In fact, somebody could time it. Oh, sorry, it went 26. Oh, that makes all the difference. That makes all the difference. I love this chain. Have you seen it up close?
I know, isn't it beautiful? It's just got the most amazing, the way it catches the light is just amazing. It's beautiful.
I like the fact, I don't know if this is the best way to describe it, but I see it as quite an industrial look chain.
Yes, I see
Do
where
you
you're
know
going
what
with
I
it.
mean?
Yes, definitely. Yes, it's got a good strength to it. It's got a bold quality.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not trying to be pretty or dainty. It's you know, it's trying to be, yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes you need your chain to be there and present.
Absolutely.
And not to fade into the background, you know.
Absolutely. You are getting an entire spool of this, 10 metres of your antique copper brass curb chain. They are flat links. Can you see that when I turn it on the profile? They are lovely and flat, all equal in size, 4 by 6 millimetres, 26 we've got available of these. They look beautiful, don't they? I've never seen this chain before. That's less than £1 a metre. I've seen the spools of chain before, which always sell out, but not this size. Can I hold one up to the neckline? Da, 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 da. Who's had this then previously? Who's Scott? Scott's been hiding it, has he? There we go. Look how lovely that is. Sorry about the scratches again. I have to say it every time I bring something up to the neckline. My little puppy likes to sleep by there, and he's got little teeny tiny claws that scratch me. Yeah, love it. So I need a big sizable chain to take away from it to detract, don't I?
Yes,
Imagine this all layered. A lovely layered neckline piece.
You know, we were talking about the hair pieces with the chain in them. If you've got a couple of combs and just either side of the back of a, you know, French pleece or something like that, and draped all the chain over with just some beautiful, it's quite sizable gemstones, I think, 'cause this will take those.
Yeah,
and it'll hold
absolutely.
the weight beautifully.
Body chains as well, they're all the rage, aren't they? And very expensive.
That's it. So, you know, if you want to maybe, like me in summer, just detract from what's going on in the summertime, you know, body chains do that. They take the eye away from everything else.
They absolutely do. I know what you mean. I know what you mean, and I totally understand where you're coming from there, Sarah. Yeah, absolutely. £9.95 only. Well done to every single one of you. Well, all 26 that will be successful. Moving on, because we have got an amazing gemstone that will work incredibly with that too. A great way to buy your reels of chain. And I was just thinking, imagine your workshop and you've got like a piece of string sort of suspended across and those just attached so you can just pull off how much you need. Amazing. Moving on to these ones. Now, you know this is on my T-bar. There's a reason that it's on my T-bar. 100%, indefinitely, it's not going to be enough, 100. It's not going to be enough. The quality of the chatoyance is just... Can I just show you one first? Look at this. Just look at that quality of tiger's eye. Just beautiful. That movement that we've been referring to, this fascinating gemstone, which is natural. This is yellow tiger's eye, faceted plain rounds. Amazing with the chain that you have just seen or just restranded like so. 100 is a big quantity. However, the price that it's going to, not reflective. Who loves tiger's eye? Me too. We're all nodding here. Who loves the visual beauties? It's just, it's fascinating, and I do confess myself to be an absolute gemstone geek. I love sitting, getting to know the gemstone, if that sounds a little bit ridiculous. Some people know what I'm referring to. You know, just knowing and finding out their personalities, because I do think every gem has got its own personality and characteristics. It's like sort of knowing the freckles, I guess, on your loved ones. It's knowing every single feature about about a wonderful gemstone. Tiger's Eye is going to be one of those that has got a very complex personality, that does change, that does metamorphosize. Incredible deal. Again, straight away, we've got web bidders and telephone bidders getting involved. It should be incredibly $7.95. Not today. A triple figure quantity. Lowest ever price coming your way. This is absurd for 360 carats of natural tiger's eye of this quality, £5.95. Kim's absolutely right, my producer, in saying that's not enough to go around. It's not going to be enough to go around. Delphine, well done. Maureen, Anne, Alison, you've done it. Isabel, Molly's bought 3. Anna in Manchester's there. Diana's there. Michelle's there. Kerry's there. County Durham's with me. Diana's just bought 2 in London. Well done. I can't keep up now. There's loads of you getting involved. Lots of you think buying 2s and 3s. If it's in those baskets, you will need to check out. Do you agree, Sarah? Just keep something like this, so the quality of the gems, and just keep it very simple.
Definitely. If you've got the chain, I'm just thinking 3 different lengths of chain, one suspended in the middle of each 3 lengths on the neckline, just one of those at the bottom of each one, all layered up. It would just look amazing.
It would. What's that neckline piece that we've got in our prep room where there is literally pieces? There's, I think they're actually citrine gemstones, but there's probably about 10 down the sort of centre, if you imagine, down the breastbone. Individual gemstones down so, and they've got them, we're talking about body chains, and then they've got sort of swathes and swags of chain either side. Looks fantastic. You just want the plainest, simplest top. Yeah, this, replicating that design would be amazing.
Or again, an asymmetric piece where you have them linked and then you have the chains coming up to a single jump ring.
Lovely.
Where you have all the gemstones sort of almost running in, not in a quite sort of a Y shape almost.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And they would just hold their own beautifully there.
Because they have got that size and they've got that impact of chatoyancy. And certainly the most affordable price tag, lowest price. Well done to you, Linda, Jeanette, hello to you, Susan, Kay and Glamorgan, Irene, Joyce, Carol, hello to you, Somerset, lovely to be with you, Mari and Inverness, hello to you, Kay, Michelle, Philip, Kathleen. I can't physically keep up with everybody's name. Fabulous quality, a beautifully visual gemstone, and lowest price point. So grab it whilst you can. Again, it will sell out. It will definitely sell out. It's on my shopping list right there. Do you know, I'm just sort of casually adding this up. It's not that bad. It's really not. It's really not. 10, 15.95. They were 4. I won't do it right now, but it's really not a great deal for all of those gemstones. Okay, have you been eyeing up the serpentine? If the lovely Fleur is watching right now, she's on the phone straight away. Fleur, serpentine, your favourite gemstone. This, I always think of, have you got a guardian angel or somebody that you might not necessarily believe in it, but somebody past or present that you have got a real connection with, that you think's always got your back. I think it's got a lovely connection, this gemstone. It is quite angelic. You can often see sort of feathery like formations in this gemstone, or even angel like wings. Serpentine, an opaque gem. It's kind of greenish, but then also has these beautiful soft dustings of a silver stroke cream running through the centre of it. Totally and utterly natural, Brazilian serpentine. No one will be the same. They are all as unique as you and I. They kind of look like they're textured, don't they? They are absolutely plain, smooth rounds. It's just the actual visual appearance of this lovely gem. So I've seen serpentine in museums where it literally looks like you have got the perfect angel wings within the gemstone, which I love. I absolutely love that. And I just think there's a lot of sentiment behind this lovely gemstone, and when I think of it, there's always a couple of people that I always think of. Do you agree with that?
Definitely, and I think each gemstone, as you say, has its own feeling, its own uniqueness, and this one oozes calm to me.
Yeah.
Just some gemstones, you know, are really vibrant and energetic or give off a happy vibe. This one's calm.
It is calm.
Really calm.
And I guess, sorry, excuse me. It's calming, and it has got that real, I don't know how you can kind of comforting feel, I
Yes.
suppose.
Yeah,
It is quite a
definitely.
comforting feel. 12mm plain rounds, we've got loads of you there again. Going straight down, lowest price. What a deal. The deals have been thick and fast today. £5.95. Serpentine is a collection that I have sold previously, as in a gemstone collection that tends to happen, gosh, used to be semi-annually at best, and would always sell out, always categorically sell out. I used to suggest to my viewers then, look, don't just pick one design, pick one or two, if not three even, because you know you might find that you missed that boat and you have to then go for another opportunities. But I would always have said, if you see serpentine, then dial in as soon as you possibly can, because it flies. It absolutely flies. It's very popular. I think because we are, well, I am in particular. I'm quite a thoughtful person, and what I mean is I do think a lot, and I kind of think of some things, remind me of certain people and memories, and things like that, and I think serpentine is a great gemstone for that. Well done. I've got to move on, but there is still opportunities there just about. Moving on to the peach pearls. Oh, coming your way. Now, they are absolutely perfect. Wait. I thought these were shell pearls. There are 25 in the world. That's it. That's how many we've got. That hopefully tells you the quality of these. Be on the phone lines if you love your pearls. Can I just say, Jan, guest design, if you're watching, you want to get these. You want to get one of these because they are absolutely perfect. They have been. Is she on next? She's probably going to miss it then. Listen, if you love your pearls, and who doesn't, very few people, these have been before me for the entirety of the morning, and I thought they were shell pearls. They are so uniformed in shape. There's only 25, and it's a star buy up next. Wow, wow, wow. I've just heard where these are going to. That's amazing. Please do. Right, there are 25. Guaranteed under £50. Notice on the graphics that they say perfectly, they say round. They're not saying, you know, something by something in a measurement. They are saying 9mm round. What is the valuing factors of a pearl? Because we know, like with your diamonds and your coloured gemstones, it's the 4 C's really. With a pearl, it is quite similar, but it's not regarded as the 4 C's. Size, very important. It does depend on water temperatures, but a pearl will grow approximately 1mm per year. The shape, how perfectly spherical they are. If they are perfect, uniformed, round, they are considered much rarer and much, much, much more valuable. Then it's the orient. The orient is just how reflective that exterior surface of the pearl is. How much pearlescence, how much reflection are you going to see? Then it is also the nacre surface. We know that this is an organic gemstone, so it is formed by a living organism. So naturally, we don't, if you think about us as a species, we're not absolutely flawless or perfect. I don't know, some people might think they are, but I most definitely have got imperfections and blemishes. Same applies with your pearls. The nacre surface can sometimes actually have indentations or blemishes, little nicks. These, I thought, and I've had them literally less than, 2 foot before me throughout the course of the morning, and I thought these were shell pearls. Almost half the stock's gone. I haven't even showed them to you. Wow, well done. Well done. I've never brought you pearls which are this perfectly shaped. And I'm envious of you, I really am. I know that's not a good trait. I know that's not a good trait, but look at how perfectly round these are. I'm going to sort of, bear with me a second, wrap it around the hand so you can actually see the shape. Oh, we have 25. Beautiful pearls, absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, I agree, Alicia in Buckinghamshire. I totally agree. I'm envious. I've never even seen these before. Had I have done, I'd have got them as well. Have you ever seen pearls this perfect?
I don't think I've ever seen it. I mean, I saw them on there, and again, like you, I thought that they were shell pearl because they are
the colour?
Yeah, the colour is so deep and uniform. The absolute surface quality of them is amazing. Is absolutely amazing, and the size and the shape, just blown away.
The orientation, the amount of colours, the pearlescence that you're getting from you. I mean, look under magnification just how unpitted these have got. The most amazing surface nacre, which with a shell pearl you expect that's what a culture pearl aspires to be. Absolutely flawless, absolutely perfect. Can I just say, Mark Smith, if you're watching right now, Mark usually, as a guest designer, usually favours shell pearls because they are perfect. If you are the type of person that likes everything to be the best shape, the most uniform, likes everything in order, then I would normally say stick with the shell pearls, because you might be a little bit disheartened by an irregular shape of a cultured pearls. These, however, no, perfect, spherical, smooth, nacre. We have got less than, how many did we say? 10 have gone already. 10 have gone already. We only had a limited quantity. Let's bring that price tag in. If you get this, knot it, attach a clasp, and I would suggest gold. Personally, I would actually sort of buy one off one of those auction sites and sell it on if you want to, or maybe part for legacy jewellery. That's an absolutely unbelievable deal. It's not just me thinking that,
No,
Sarah.
it's not, because can see these in a shop about 2 miles from my house, and I can tell you that there would be several zeros after them if they were restranded. Gold clasp.
100%. I know that, and I know it frustrates some of our jewellery makers that go, gosh, that's just absurd, the prices that you are referring to, we couldn't sell them for that. I understand. Yes, if you do them at craft fairs, you're not going to be able to sell them at 4 figures. We do understand that. But just because we bring them to you at $47.95 does not mean that that is the true value or worth. I totally concur with what Sarah was saying. What just happened?
Can you imagine if you're making that, you've got someone getting married this summer and they're looking for their bridal jewellery and they're looking and they think, I can't afford to get what I want.
Who could? How many people on this planet could actually afford to go to most jewellers and actually to buy pearls which are this perfect, of this size? How many people could afford to do it?
Exactly.
Because I'm not too proud to say I couldn't.
No.
I can't afford a sort of 4-figure price tag, which is what I would expect the quality of these pearls to be in any of the establishments that I'd worked at previously. 4 figures, and I genuinely mean that, with gold maybe as a fastening, certainly not under £50. That's just ludicrous. Sue, Anna, Pembrokeshire, Christine, Elaine, well done. Mrs. Pauline, Susan in Flintshire, well done. Diana, if everybody checks out, it's well and truly gone. Congratulations. And again, can I just reiterate, I have got just under an hour and a half left in stock. I can't say fairer than this. I'm going to give you a little bit of a heads up. If there is so much as one of these left in the baskets, I will take it from your basket. I absolutely will. I've given you a heads up. I will take it. I will. It's fair? You can do it now. I can't. And I would be restranding it and keeping it for myself. You know, heirloom jewellery, without doubt. Incredible. Sorry, what was that, Kimbo? It's all off my favourite. I love this T-bar. I'm in love with this T-bar right now. Fabulous. Earlier on this morning, we brought you... Oh! Look at this for a statement necklace piece. We had over 200, 275 to be exact. Hundreds already went. Look, and excuse the scratches, I do apologise. But again, look... I would restrand it like so. What a statement neckline piece.
Yeah, that's it.
Totally natural. 450 carats. You've got wonderful, dramatic shards, energies, asterisms, which kind of run through this gemstone in their own unique way. Fabulous. They kind of, I was sort of replicating them to a sort of New York skyline. You could create some very visual pieces of jewellery and fabulously textured pieces of jewellery. I'd certainly multi-buy. Again, web bidders have checked out straight away. It's because you can see what we took this to, isn't it? If you're with me on the phone lines, I'm just going to put it out there so it's fair for everybody. It is in a single figure price tag. The only reason is because we had 275 of them. Anna, Penelope, well done. Marina, well done to you. I've got Susan there, Essex there, East Sussex there, Roslyn there, Sonia there, Christine, Jessica, Karen, Madeleine, another Carol, well done. Lots of people were multi-buying because single figure price tag for a gemstone which is so incredibly complex to actually facet, because of those rutilations running through. If you think about it, those shards add to the complexity, and they're running in every single direction. Your own slice of Mother Nature's impressionist art coming your way at Can you understand why I said that this T-bar itself is my shopping list and also is not actually, there's a lot of gemstones on here, there's a lot of carat weights, is an affordable, but it's an affordable day shopping, isn't it?
I just think even, you know, we've had these graduated fans on before, but they were smaller, you know, with maybe 10 or 11 gemstones on them.
I know the ones you mean. So you're thinking the sort of 1920s style geometric shape.
But you've got such an array of gemstones on there. I can see these made into beautiful fascinators or tiaras and just really going to town with the designs.
Oh, a day at the races or a prom or something like that, actually pointing them, angling them upwards. Yeah, you can create some fantastic sort of splay-like designs or even crown-like features. Absolutely. There's so many of you on the phone lines. Please do stay where you are. You will be successful. I will always walk you through every single busy auction like this. Single figure price tag, and just incredible for rutile courts. Now, if you love this and you are on those phone lines, or even if you've hung up, dial right back through, because if you adore this, you're going to love this as well. Free phone telephone number. This is more limited in stock now. We had over 200 of them. Natural amethyst. I've got 40 left. That's it. And there's loads still in baskets. I don't understand why people hesitate with checking out the baskets.
No, I don't either, because I wouldn't want to miss out. And it, you know, you can check out as many times as you want in the day. It's not going to cost you any more in postage and packaging. So I would just do it as quickly as possible. Know you've got it. Know it's secure. And relax then to the next one.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if people think, oh, well, Elle's just saying that. I'm genuinely not. 100%. Oh, from the bottom of my heart, I'm not. We have got 40 left. Is that exactly 40, Kim? Oh, just less than. So how many? She can't do the math, she says. I can't, but less than 40. It's going too quick. Okay. 30-something, Kim's saying. It's going too quick. Okay. Stop talking now. Right. Basically, they're going that quickly. Matching the price point. Be on those phone lines. And over 40 of you have got it in your basket. I don't just read names off a baby book. £9.95, and we had over 200 of these equally. You can see just how busy and popular these wonderful, very dramatic shards. I want to say shards. They're not just bars, these are shards.
Yes, they've got real quality and uniqueness about each one of them, and it's mesmerising. I just absolutely love these. And I need this one in my life because this is my favourite gemstone, and that to me is just the epitome of a quality neckline piece made from amethyst. It's just
I'm a bit.
I know I'm going to miss out. I know I am.
I'm sorry, just because you said that. My favourite gemstone. I'm so sorry.
Do you know what though? The nice thing about working here is I know at home people have got this home and they're going to make the most amazing jewellery out of it.
Absolutely. I mean, can you imagine going to whatever event, even if it's just, you know, something quite casual, and wearing a neckline piece like this, because I would personally just restrand it, the amount of attention it's going to get.
Can you imagine if you're going to, I don't know, school evening do or something, and you've got a white crisp shirt on, open neckline, and that underneath.
Lovely. And because it's so extensive, it is actually actually going to cover a certain amount. Some ladies I know don't like their neckline, don't like their décolletage. It is going to cover quite a lot of it because you have got that sort of display, I suppose. Absolutely amazing. Moving on. How is this not on my T-bar? Hang on a minute. Just pretend it was. Yeah. Okay. It should be right there. Look. Now a few connoisseurs will be knowing what this gemstone already is. We'll know that it's totally and utterly natural, and we'll know that it is fetching massive price points currently. Within the gem trade, Hong Kong Trade Fair, Arizona, Tucson Trade Fair, Switzerland, wherever, whichever one it might be, I don't think there is a single jewellery house out there that won't be desperately trying to get hold of Russian chrome dioxide. Now, I have 92 available in the world. Why is Russian dioxide so exciting? Forgive me if you already know this. If you do, then fantastic, you'll know to be dialing through, so you don't even have to listen to me right now. But for those of you that don't, this gemstone is often referred to as the $1 million emerald. It's everything that an emerald aspires to be, but to be truthful, an emerald is never going to be like a chrome dioxide. Highly refractive, so it plays with light amazingly. An intensity of colour, which is so beautifully sort of bottle green and totally natural. And this gemstone, firstly, rarely forms in these sizes. But the Russian mine is globally the location to get your chrome dioxide from. However, up until approximately 2 years ago, we were able to get Russian dioxide. Now we really struggle. We could have gone to, predominantly would have gone to Mr. Ying, but it could have even been one of about 50 different gem traders in the world. None of them have it anymore. And that's because this gemstone, whilst it was only ever mined for 2 to 3 months of the year due to the extreme weather conditions, now there are rumours, and Mr. Ying, we've spoken to directly, has said, I can't get hold of anybody at the chrome dioxide mine. The phone lines are disconnected, so either the mine has stopped production altogether, or the other alternative, and we can't get confirmation of this, a Chinese dealer has actually bought the entire global rights of Russian dioxide. There are rumours. Either way, it has done one thing, and one thing only, to the prices of chrome dioxide, and that is dramatically escalated it. Dramatically. You've got 40 carats of natural chrome dioxide here, an intense, beautiful. Oh, look at the greens reflecting on the back of my hand. They really form in any sizes over half a carat. Well, I'm guessing, and it is an approximate guess, that each and every single one of these average out to be over that. They certainly look that. It's a gemstone, when they do get bigger in size, they tend to lose their colour. They tend to darken to an intensity where you don't see those bottle greens, because they call that, they have what we call extinction. So they're so dark that they go almost black. So it's rare to see chrome dioxide with this extensive size, right the way up to an 8 by 6 millimetre individual oval, 18 centimetre strand. Again, I used to have the privilege and honour of bringing this gemstone in showcases. The days of being able to bring an hour-long showcase, to be honest, even with our connections to one of the leading colour gemstone buyers in the world, I think are well and truly behind us. The accessibility of chrome dioxide from the Russian mine is probably even less than that of tanzanite, even less than that. It's just astonishing, the prices that the few that are available within the trade are commanding, and just how limited they are. This should be no. who's got their own collection and a stash where they keep hold of it and they've got no intention of using it? They just want to literally have the gemstones. I can't say that I would, but you know what I'm referring to. The fact that this gemstone is, you don't have to do anything with it. This is. I don't like referring to, it's insulting to Mother Nature, really, for me to refer to price. And I got told off once by the CEO of what was then this company, Steve Bennett told me off once, and really did tell me off because I was talking specifically about price with a really rare gemstone, not chrome dioxide, and he absolutely, rightly so, said, well, laid into me, I guess, and so, no, Eleanor, you've been really, and he's right, because it's respectful to the gemstone. But right now, can I just say, this is a ludicrous price, an absolute ludicrous price. I highly doubt, and again, if Hannah Roxbury was watching right now, I don't know if she is, I don't know if she's here in the studios, I don't know if we'd be able to source the chrome dioxide at this price. Again, I don't know if we will. Go back 2 years ago, yeah, we used to be able to go to different sort of chrome dioxide dealers around the world and negotiate for it. But that is just an amazing deal. June, Agnes, hello to you. Karen, Miss Paula, Pauline, Christine, Lilia, Somerset, Belinda, Elaine, Violet, Anna, Susan, Penny, lovely to be with you. Diana and Marilyn and Claire and Margaret, Isabel, Teresa, Cambridgeshire. So many of you getting involved. I'm running out of time, but there is just under 100 of those, or rather there were just under 100 of those available. Again, I don't know if we're going to be able to continue bringing this gemstone from this location. I really don't. Or certainly for how, if I'm never say never, never ever say never, because things change in the gemstone world. But I don't know for how long we're going to be able to sustain prices like this. Absolutely incredible. Well done every single one of you. Now we have got another star buy. Can you see why my order is already open this morning? Can you see why? And I haven't. Have you noticed? Yeah, exactly. This is me. No, I wouldn't really do that. I do have to order them as well. But I will without doubt be getting involved in these as well. This next round is going to be equally so. I've brought you today natural blue opal. Wow. I've brought you chrome dioxide just. Those amazing shards. We've brought you the most perfect pearls, rather, that I've ever seen. Kyanite. And now we're going to bring you one of the most intense, vivacious, energetic gemstones, that is your peridot. Wow. I've just heard what this is going to. 10 minutes to bring you this opportunity in this hour, and you're not going to want to pass this chance. Totally and utterly natural, an idiochromatic gemstone. So it gets its intensity of colour, not from irradiation or coating or dyeing or anything like that. It's all Mother Nature. But a peridot wants to have a very intense chartreuse green, and it wants to have amazing clarity. Again, Mr. Ying, funnily enough, back to back, we've done it deliberately. We brought you chrome dioxide, now we're bringing you peridot. Mr. Ying is probably one of the most influential traders of chrome dioxide and also peridot in the world. And we used to go, and we probably still will as well for as long as we can, go direct to him to speak to him about this wonderful gemstone. The rarity is added when you see sizes like this, because this mineral, this wonderful gemstone, does not like to form in big sizes. It tends to be almost granular. And if you've seen images around the Changbai mine, you might think that it's very lush greenery all the way around. Actually, some of that is tiny fragments of this gorgeous gemstone, which looks like amazingly crisp and rich grass, but actually it's this gemstone in its granular form. Now, Going back to Mr. Ying and a conversation that was had again back in the Hong Kong Trade Fair, where we were trying to actively source peridot, and Mr. Ying, if you've heard of Changbai mine or the Changbai peridot mine, or even the Hunan peridot mine, it's famed for producing some amazing quality peridot. He actually said what's coming out of the ground, very small, very heavily included, big black marks within. And by the way, some people like those black marks because they could be carbon, because often peridot is mined alongside some of the biggest diamond mines in the world. So they can be peridot encasing a diamond within. Personally, and the most valuable is eye clean like this. The bigger the better. The more intense those colours, the better, and the more exquisitely faceted, the better. I have 144 for you this morning. And it's coming your way. Can you just repeat that, Kim, so I don't say it wrong? In fact, can I put Sarah on the spot here? Sorry, Sarah.
That's okay.
Only because I know that you're going to guess this completely wrong. And by the way, because you're respectful for your gemstones, you know your gemstones, you can see the quality here. And yeah. What would you expect this to be sold at?
Oh, crikey. I mean, that strand with that faceting and that size, I would be looking at sort of 40s, maybe even more.
Okay, an amazing Jewellery Maker price point, that would be, absolutely.
Yeah.
So what, 49.95?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I concur, and that's that's actually one of the figures that I guessed this morning, and I was like, Jewellery Maker, I know it's Kim, I know it's a star buy, I know we have quantity. 49 would be absolutely amazing. No way near.
But you know, I would pay that for a pair of earrings made out of those.
And me. And me. Just take a couple of those. Maybe one of the big ones, maybe one sort of midway down, and maybe one of the teeny tiny ones.
Lovely chain.
Lovely chain.
That's
amazing.
Yeah.
You'd pay $49.95, wouldn't you? For 6 of the gemstones out of this strand.
Easily.
That's no way near the price. No. Look how they sparkle. August birthstone. It is one of the most glorious. £17.95. I know it is a laughable price, but I don't know how we've managed to get hold of the quantity. I don't know how we've managed to get hold of that consistency of brilliance and that intensity of colour all the way around. You forgive people for thinking that this is a gemstone which has maybe like your Swiss blue topaz, for example, amazing brilliance. When you've got quality like this, you think, yeah, it's got to be heavily treated in some way, shape or form, but no. What are you talking about, Kim? Kim has just said to me, she went, Elle, I know you want to buy it, so, you know, as well, I'm gonna, you know, it's, but she goes, I'm making it harder for you to get it, mind. I was like, hey, listen, I'm 100% behind you. £12.95 for this amount, and I will count them because they are all solitaires in my eyes. They're all big enough, in fact, and then some to be over solitaires. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, bear with me, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, what did I get up to? 58. 58 individual, top drilled, pair faceted, stunning quality. That's working out at what? 22 pence per peridot. I can't emphasize enough the fact that this gemstone does not like to form in big sizes. You have got here up to 8 by 5 millimeters in their size, and the smallest 5 by 4, all with that consistency of just vivacious, energetic chartreuse green. You see that quantity plummet because there are loads and loads and loads of you there. We are easily in the double figures. It's going to take him a while to sort of to actually calculate. There's always a bit of a delay between the graphics, the call centre, and what I can see on the screen as well. I mean, Sarah, to buy just 2 of the teeny, no, I say teeny, they're not teeny, the 5 by 4 ones on this strand.
Yes. Wow. They are just amazing. You know, you said gemstones have a sort of a personality.
Yeah.
These ones scream, I'm alive, I'm full of energy.
Yeah, they really do.
I'm really, you know, this is the person, you've got one friend who's the best friend to go out for a night out with.
Yeah.
They're the most fun. This is that gemstone.
Yeah. Whenever I wear my peridot and I've got earrings, I've got a necklace, I've got a ring and a bracelet, I wear it all just because, you know, it's so, and it always grabs attention.
Yeah, it does. It
always grabs attention.
It's because it is so alive with the light. It plays with it so well. It just, it's an amazing gemstone, and the fact that it just forms like that naturally and nothing is done to it is amazing.
Do you know, normally it is going to be a sellout, of course it is. I should really get a little bit upset about this. As a gemstone lover, as somebody that absolutely appreciates the rarity of Mother Nature's treasures, sometimes, you know, I have like sort of an inward battle with myself. You know, it's kind of, you go, well, this is wrong. The price tag is really, really, really wrong. It's, but we know that it's no reflection of the true value. It's just we're about passing on amazing savings and deals to you. So that little battle, it's like kind of, you can imagine two little chappies sat on my shoulders going, no, this is a wrong price tag. It's really wrong. This is a gemstone. It's rare. This is amazing quality and colour and brilliance, the cutting and the shape. But then you've got some new JM sort of going, well, hang on a minute. Our customers know what it's really worth. It's just about passing on those incredible savings. Well done. It is going to be a sellout. I need to move on in the essence of time. Don't go anywhere. Do stay on those phone lines. Do make sure you check out as soon as you can. We've got much more to bring you throughout the course of the afternoon, and you have got the lovely Zena coming up in a few moments' time. I've got Sara with me, so we're not going anywhere. We're absolutely comfortable, and I hope you are too.